We're going to try it again today, folks.
Yep.
Round 2. After a 3-hour lightning delay yesterday, we're going to try and get this game in this morning. So we're your preview before you switch over to the NFL and watch Sunday afternoon football there. We've got Central Methodist football for you with William Penn. Thanks for sticking with us. We stayed around yesterday until they made a decision that they would not be able to get the entire game in before the next round of storms, so they went this morning, and we have a cloudy sky, but when I left Warrensburg, which is west of here, the sun was shining. So it's on its way here. It'll get here in just a little bit. There's no rain in the forecast, and as important as that, there's no lightning right now.
100%.
So we're good right now. I'm joined by Brad Hunter. Helped me do the ball game today. Brad is an alumnus of Central Methodist, and as am I, and he has graciously accepted taking on the responsibility again. He did this last year. I didn't scare him off. He liked it so much that he's back again this year.
And I didn't mess it up bad enough to not get asked back again. So
no,
there we go. I appreciate the invite, Coach.
Not a problem. Brad was here last year when we had all kinds of technical issues, so he was doing most of the ball game while I was trying to fix stuff. So if that didn't scare him off, I don't know what might have scared him off.
I'm starting to think I might be bad luck.
No.
Technical issues one year, lightning issues the next year.
Well, I will tell you we have technical issues on a regular basis, and I will tell you folks that are listening, and I'll repeat this during the broadcast for those that aren't listening right now. We are trying a huddle camera today, which is what you see on your screen right now, and there is an issue with the huddle cameras and audio, that the audio will stream out as it is, but the video gets delayed a few seconds. So we are trying to sync up the audio and the video at the same time, and we'll be doing that during the game. But there may be a point in time, and it may be right now before we get too far into this, that you're going to hear what happens before you see it, or you're going to see what happens before you hear it. So there is a lag, and we're trying to work on that. We can delay the audio, and we've set it at 3 seconds in hopes of doing that right now. And I will tell you right now, since we don't have a scoreboard clock up, there's 4:27 to 4:26 to go before the start of the ball game. We're not going to have a national anthem. We are not going to have an opening prayer. We are not going to do anything but go to midfield and pick up where we left off yesterday, which was just about time for the coin toss to take place and then football to happen. So halftime will be abbreviated since it's a Sunday, and the marching band, then we're going to get something from the dance team and a couple other things, and that's it. Want to make sure that somewhere during the course of the day today we make note that Eric Trells, alumnus of Central Methodist, member of the Hairston Hall of Fame, is the coach of the day for the Eagles.
Awesome.
He did a ball game with me last year. He's walking the sideline right now. He's got a roster. He's got a playlist. Eric was an All-American wide receiver here at Central in his day. That's the Tom Stein era back in the late 70s, early 80s. And he is a proud supporter of Central Methodist athletics. And at the auction that we recently had back in July, he was the winning bid to be coach for a day. So that's why he gets the honor today of being coach for a day. And that athletic auction raised over $100,000 this year that night.
That's awesome. That's a great deal. And kudos to the coach for doing that. We've done that before in some programs I've been a part of, and it's exciting to have those alumni come back and they eat it up, and I'm sure he is too. So.
Yeah, I'm sure he is as well, and he's offered to come back and help out as a broadcaster again if we can get him back up here. I think he's in the St. Louis area, but he has the honor of doing that. And also, as we get ready for the coin toss out at midfield, I will tell you that the athletic banquet also got a gift that day that was announced that night of $1 million given in honor of Larry Anderson, longtime coach here, athletic director, admissions guy, been here for about 40 years. His brother contributed $1 million to Central Methodist in the name of his brother Larry.
Great.
And this facility being here where it is, plus the soccer field that they're talking about building and all the improvements they're going to do here and there, are going to be called the Larry Anderson 67 because that's when he graduated. Sports complex.
That's great.
Yep.
Coach Anderson was our head football coach when I played here, and I have a lot of respect for him. And I spent a lot of time with him after I graduated, just talking about coaching when I was young and getting into it, just kind of how he went about things. And I knew him from back in his Marshfield days prior to coming here. So I have a lot of respect for Coach, and I'm happy he's getting recognized and honored in that way.
And he is. So we just had the coin toss. William Penn won the toss, deferred. Central Methodist will receive the ball. And I believe they will going from our right to our left, as you see it on the screen. We are. Jay Sean Northington is my producer, and I'm going to ask him to, while he's listening in, to flip over. We've got this camera, which is the huddle camera, and then we've got two side. That's the huddle camera right there. And then what you saw before, we have a camera there, and we also have a third camera that we will use for close-ups and replays. But we're going to see how the huddle camera works as we get ready to go. You got the scoreboard up on the screen? He says, yes, he does now, and there it is. So we're ready to go. Kicking off for William Penn is Cale Crawford, Jr., Chase Rankin and Aaron Edwards are back deep to receive the kick. And we are set to go after a delay and rescheduling it for this morning. So Crawford to kick it off. And the Eagles to receive. Cloudy, a little breezy, not bad. In fact, the flags are all kind of hanging limp right now. Sun's getting ready to come out, and we are set for Heart of America Conference football. Taking about the 4-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Good
nice return out to about the 35-yard line, 34-yard line.
That good block in there. They kind of parted the sea, opened up a little gap, and that was a nice job, kick return. Anytime you can get the ball out past the 25, you feel like you've gained yardage.
Absolutely. So we will see the Eagles come out, led by quarterback Joe Cambridge. He is a 6'1", 185-pound senior. I'll get you stats on him in just a second, but he leads it out here. 21 is Charles Johnson in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. He looks to the top part, airs it out, and it's intercepted.
A little bit of an overthrow.
Was a little bit high, and it did go over, and I am looking, that is
14.
Is that who it was? Number 14,
yes,
Joey Mars with the interception. And just like that, at the 30-yard line, William Penn has the ball, and their quarterback will be Sterling Ramsey II. Got a fullback, Justin Clatterbuck, and a running back behind him, and that would be Destin Loring. Hands it off to Loring. Scoots to the outside, still going, and out to almost midfield. So a 19-yard gain to start the ball game for William Penn. They hurry to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're going to go fast. They're going to be in the spread formation. Most teams run now. They're in 2-by-2 set with 1 back. They're big up front. They're going to go fast and run the ball. And
Same
Eagles
play.
Are going to have to get to the ball carrier.
Run out of bounds is Loring around the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. Make it 2nd down and 4. And we've got a stoppage in play. Yep, so we got a player that's going to have to leave the field.
Keyshawn Wilson. His helmet came
off. He has to come off for a play.
Jarrett Gibbons coming in for him, number 25.
So they've gone right side twice and have picked up 26 yards out of it.
Eagles in a 4-man front.
They go that way again.
A lot of times in that spread offense, you're just going to count numbers in the box, and they're short.
That was
subbing in and out.
I thought that was number 6.
Yep, it was. 35.
And that's Trey Mosley.
35 and 9 entered the game. This may be more of a tight bunch formation.
Yeah, because it's only 3rd and 1 from the 42-yard line in Eagle territory. Hand off, that's number 5, and he's got the ball, breaks a couple of tackles, keeps going. He's out of bounds eventually, but he lowers his shoulder and delivers a blow anyhow.
Running that right side a lot.
That's Keegan Simmons, and he's back in the backfield right behind Ramsey, the quarterback. It's first down. He gets it again, and he's met this time down the right in the hole.
51 with that tackle. Niles.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pocapalo Wahoo.
Wahoo, yep. There's always somebody that we got to worry about saying on the name. So,
well, the Eagles had a good slant on up front there in the D-line. They slanted to the strong side there and slanted right into that run play. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
So Ramsey back at quarterback. Different running back standing next to him. Motion man stops now. Looks to throw.
Open down the middle.
It is caught by number 6, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. That will be about a 38-yard touchdown throw from Ramsey to Trey Mosley across the middle. And with 12:38 to go in the first quarter, William Penn takes a 6-0 lead. And their kicker is in, and that would be Ethan Olivas to try the extra point. Ball down, kick on the way. It's good. 7-0 in favor of the Statesmen. The turnover costs the Eagles as they throw a pick on the first play. And the Statesmen take it 70 yards for a touchdown.
He had a lot of time to throw there. I watched a little bit of film on him, and their quarterback throws the ball well. Eagles going to have to find a way to get some pressure on him and not let him set in the pocket, for as long as he feels like he wants to. So,
yeah, Ramsey is 16 of 112 on the season. That's 54.5%. 6 touchdowns thrown and 5 interceptions thrown. So he is a little bit errant from time to time. There's Larry Anderson walking in right now that we mentioned earlier. Eric Trell's on the sideline. And kickoff again will be Cale Crawford.
Well, Central offense needs to pick up some first downs and get some yardage here. And
they had good field position.
Yes.
Just made the errant throw. Same way again. This time it's about the 8-yard line. Escapes from the first guy, can't get away from the second, and down
23-yard line.
I believe that was number 26, Cam Cole, on the return.
Need a good offensive series here.
Yep, need to pick up a couple of first downs, give the defense a chance to make some adjustments to what just happened to them, which they're meeting over here on the side. You can't see them, but there they are. Cambridge in the backfield.
Motion across.
Johnson behind him. Hand to Johnson coming around the side.
Nicely blocked. Good job up front. Good run.
Yep. You got a lot of help out on the side there by number 4, A.J. Allen, who is the leading receiver on the team. Got his block, maintained it, picks up a first down.
Good job up front. O-line on the right side there, picking up good blocks and sealing that edge on that zone stretch play. That was a nice job. Eagles with trips left.
Cambridge to throw again, outside.
Good tackle there, number 17.
If I might get acclimated to their system.
Patrick Derlis, freshman.
Yep.
It's a nice tackle, good throw, pick up a 2.
So Cambridge, Johnson behind him, 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 in the slot. Staying in to help block. Long throw down the field, knocked, and there is a flag comes flying out.
Yep. Good job there. Had him beat, a little bit underthrown, and the receiver.
The receiver stopped, and the defender
got there early
and ran into him. That was Drake Dudley, who it was intended for. So we're going to get a 15-yard walk-off, which will be a first down for the Eagles, and we'll take them out to territory of the Statesman. So they're going to spot the ball at the 48-yard line in Statesman territory. The Central numbers are easy to see when they're standing on the sideline. A little harder to see out on the field.
A little harder to see out on the field. Yeah, the green jerseys, and they have black numbers with white trim. They don't stand
the white
out.
trim does. Yeah, the white trim doesn't help a whole lot.
Not a lot.
Johnson
middle run.
Tries to carry the ball, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards.
Well played up front by William Penn. 2nd and 9, left hash. Eagles got it across midfield. That's good. Get out of that hole a little bit and at least flip the field.
Matt Meyerhoff credited with the tackle for the Statesman. Johnson resets to the right of Cambridge. Hands the ball to Johnson just in time. He's going to pick up some yards.
Nice job up there. Yeah, they're doing a really good job. Eagles are blocking that edge.
That's an RPO, and Cambridge waited till the last second and let him have it as he was getting hit. So it was a good thing he got rid of the ball.
No, he made the right read there. Did a good job with that.
So 2nd down and about 3 now for the Eagles. 3 receivers to the right. Nobody on the top of the screen. 1 running back, so there's got to be a tight end there somewhere. There goes motion. That's Allen.
A.J. Allen.
Throw it to him short.
Good job. 1st down. Nice job. Pick up on 3rd and short. Little hitch route, 5-yard hitch route. Well thrown.
They
Good
were running,
catch.
Yep, running the wheel route right behind him, and they paid more attention to the wheel man running down the field full speed than they did Allen.
As they should.
As they should, because if they
you
don't,
always give up the 5-yarder, not the touchdown.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to hit the wheel receiver going downfield, and he's going to score a touchdown if they don't pay attention to him. So 1st down for the Eagles. Cambridge fakes, throws it across the middle, got a man open, but he can't get his hands on it. Nice
Good
defensive
play.
play.
17.
And that's Patrick Daralis again. Allen was the intended receiver. It'll make it 2nd down.
William Penn subbing a whole front, 4-man front, all 4 new guys in. I watched some film last night against Mid-America. They're running a 3-man front a lot that night. They're running a 4-man front today.
Bringing a tight end to the Eagles, 86, Zane Rice. Shore up the blocking a little bit.
Short gain.
Yep, just a yard or so, but it is positive yardage, but it's going to make it 3rd and long, about 3rd and 9, if they give him any forward progress at all.
I don't think they gave him anything there,
They
Coach.
did not, so it's 3rd and 10.
Drake Dudley subbing in for Central Methodist.
Yeah, he comes back in. Rice goes out. Got Allen to the bottom of your screen.
William Penn has 2 deep safeties, so it tells you it's zone coverage.
Outside.
Thrown.
A little bit high and a little bit wide, as that was intended for Aaron Edwards. And now it's 4th down and 10.
14 coming on.
And we'll see, Evan Workman comes out. Central's place kicker has got a big leg.
Yes.
But I don't think he's got a 57-yard effort in him right now.
He was hitting 45 in warm-up yesterday.
He tried a 51-yarder that was wide 2 weeks ago. It was 3 weeks ago. It had enough distance. It just didn't have the right direction to it. But
this is kind of no man's land, 37-yard line. I'm sure the coaches were debating going for it.
Probably just a high little pooch off the side of his foot, and it's going to go out of bounds inside the 20.
Yep, good kick, 18-yard line.
So the positive play on that is better than kicking it into the end zone and having them come out at the 20. So it is Statesman football. They scored the first time after a turnover. Let's see if they're able to march 82 yards this time and score, as the ball will be put down in between the 17 and the 18.
Need a stop here. We need something good on defense.
Yep, need them to punt, get the ball back in good field position again. So let's see what the defense can do. Ramsey at quarterback again. Running back, I believe, is Mosley behind him. Handed up the middle. They like going through that right guard spot.
Do.
Right guard, right end, and Let's see if we can figure out who those guys are for William Penn. Their little right guard is C.J. Cunningham, and their right tackle is Liam Bryant. Cunningham is a graduate, 6'1", 275. Bryant's a sophomore, 6'1", 265.
And William Penn running trips left now.
Second down at about 4.
Motion across. Middle run again. First down.
Be enough for a first down. As it's Mosley with the carry again. And our buddy Niles Paco Palo Wahoo. I'm not any better at that than Wahoo.
It's a mouthful.
We're just going to maybe have to shorten that to Niles.
Yes, I'm good with that.
1st and 10, Statesman. The Eagles need a stop. Reset 2 running backs, 2 blacks, 1 at tight end spot, 1 in the slot. Handoff coming this way this time, and they're met in the backfield and taken down.
Good job. That was a good slant right into the play. Loss of about 3, 4. So put him in 2nd and 13.
That was Destin Loring, the ball carrier, and it is 2nd and 13. Nice crowd here, better than I thought. A lot of the it's family weekend. A lot of families stuck around for the weekend.
I think they honored the tickets from yesterday.
They did. They didn't even have a stand set up to take any.
Switching sides, 2 of them again, making it trips right. Half roll out
Blitz
right.
coming. Ball's tipped,
Make
but
a tackle. Make a tackle. Good job. All right. 3rd and long.
And here comes a flag in late, and there's nobody in the area but one William Penn player. So he's going to have to pick it up and throw it somewhere else because I can't see what that was. Unless it's going to be a defensive holding or something.
Usually when he throws something, it's not good for the defense.
Back there, correct.
Yes.
Having a discussion about it on the field.
Looks like holding. They're giving signals to the William Penn's coach.
And I suspect they would take that because that's an automatic first down. It is. Fans do not like it very much as Nigel Vaughn is called for the penalty, but that'll be an automatic first down.
That's the worst part of those penalties. You know, you get a team in 3rd and long and
it would have been about 3rd and 6 or so, and now it's 1st and 10. Statesmen are going to huddle up. Amir Everett to the bottom of the screen, along with Lucas Hamilton. Running play, and there goes a flag from the side judge, so from the head umpire, whatever, head linesman. We'll see if that's either lined up offside or illegal procedure.
Ball carried by number 5, Keegan Simmons.
Two players in motion at the same time.
I don't think they ever got set. They shifted. I don't think they got set when the ball was snapped. So
that'll make it 1st and 15, so that's good.
Yes, those are little things that frustrate you as a coach. You have a good gain and little things like that. You know, now it's 1st and 15 instead of 2nd and short.
Ramsey talking to his lineman a little bit.
2 receivers on each side.
Pass across the middle,
Slant.
caught.
Make a tackle. Good job. Tackled by 23, Keyshawn Wilson.
Pass was complete to Trey Mosley, who got the touchdown earlier, and that'll make it 2nd down and about 5.
It's that quick slant post route off the RPO look. That's defensive encroachment.
And that'll be close to a first down. In fact, may give them a first down on it. See, Nate Smith is out on the field. He's kind of hard to miss. He's 6'5", 245, right defensive end.
Yeah,
pretty much like Will Miles last year. It was easy to find Will on the field. He was 6'8".
Yeah.
It wasn't hard to figure out which one he was.
They're tall on the defensive line.
They've always been pretty big. Well, it's going to be a first down. They're going to give them the first down. The sticks marked it short, and then they moved them anyway. So out at the 48-yard line as the Statesmen start to march again. Pair of first downs here. Mosley in the slot. He's been a favored receiver so far. Motion comes across the formation. Looks right. Now going to throw it out in the flat. Nobody out there defensively. And that is number 11, Lucas Hamilton, Jr., with the catch. Hamilton is out of Columbus, Ohio. And that'll be a first down.
Yeah, that was busted coverage there. Corner and safety went with the deep route, and nobody got out in the flat there. So
looking at their stats, Mosley is the favorite receiver. He's got 20 catches in 3 games coming into this, so he is 10 catches more than the next closest receiver.
Stack doubles.
And he's got the ball again. Outside after 1st and 10. He's going to pick up about 5, so it's going to be 2nd down and short. The first game that we saw that I watched with the Eagles, they were susceptible short passes in the flat and some stuff over the middle. So that's kind of where William Penn is picking right now as well.
Well, they've seen the same thing. So,
yeah, if I saw it, the people that know more about football have seen it. There's an offside against the Eagles unless they were drawing off.
Good pass coverage
there. Knocked down.
Yeah, that was well played.
And we apologize.
Well played, Nigel Vaughn.
Problem with a huddle camera is exactly what you just didn't see there, that it doesn't follow the football. It follows people running, and it doesn't catch up often enough. So that's where we're going to use the other one. If he had caught that, we'd have gotten a replay and showed it to you, but it was knocked down. And so the penalty results in another first down for the Statesmen. We don't need to help them. They seem to be doing okay on their own.
Yeah. That's twice. So, all that is just concentration, focus on the football. Eagles walk linebacker up on the edge now. Looks like they're starting to look at bringing pressure. Showing blitz off the defense's right.
Still got 12 on the play clock, so they got plenty of time to set their linemen. Running up the middle, inside the 10, inside the 5. That is number 4, Chauncey Andrews, a junior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That was well done. Eagles brought some pressure off the edge, and they didn't have a linebacker in the middle, and that's where they're running that football.
Ducking in and out and getting into the end zone is the same Chauncey Andrews for a touchdown.
It was a nice run.
He went off left tackle. There wasn't anything there. He bounced it to the outside, got a couple of good seal blocks on the corner, and makes it into the end zone. 13-0 now. Central may wish they had played this last night.
Well, you just got to clean some things up. Just little coverages, jumping off sides there on defense. The defensive holding call hurt. Had him in 2nd and long, gave him first down.
Kick on the way. It's good. 14-0 in favor of the Statesmen as we've got 4:09 to go. As soon as the sun comes out, we're going to have a hard time telling you how much time it is because it glares straight into the scoreboard.
Yeah, it gets pretty dim.
If they're not going to, when they redo this complex, if they don't put stands on the other side, my suggestion is going to be to put the scoreboard straight across from us where you can see it a little better.
I went down and talked to Dr. Drake just for a few minutes, president of the university, and he was saying they're wanting to put visitors' bleachers on the far side over there. Yeah, which will be nice. And
because there's 3 or 4 sections for Central's fans, and there's one section for the visiting team, and they're all pretty close to one another.
Yes.
So I can see where that might be a problem.
Said they're wanting to tear the track out and put a new track over in the new complex, and then move the game field closer to the bleachers, to the home bleachers, and then build visitors' bleachers on the far side. That'll be really nice.
That will be nice, and they're going to put. Update the locker rooms here and the concession stand. And
good.
Yep. So Cam Cole and Aaron Edwards back.
Nice to run one back all the way here.
This is a short kick. Each one's getting
it.
shorter, and he's going to catch that on a dead run.
Good catch.
He managed
That's
to get it.
That's a tough catch.
Yeah, it is.
Knee high. Yeah, that was good hands there. Good job. You see that one coming, bouncing off his knees, and
or not getting to it and taking a crazy hop, and you get the ball back inside the 15-yard line. So as it is now, they've got the ball out at the 27, almost the 28. They're going to put it down at the 28-yard line. So the Eagles need to maintain, get some offense, something going, and sustain for a drive and get some points on the board. Cambridge back in. Garen Vroman back in the running back spot. Local boy from here in Fayette. His first appearance of the day. Short and bumped, and no flag comes out anywhere.
No.
As he was being checked as he went through.
That was pretty close to pass interference. Yeah, that could have been debated.
He was just doing a little crossing route, and then the linebacker was going to give him a little bump just to let him know he was there.
Number 30, Blaine Morris, gave him a little bump across the middle. William Penn sticking with a 4-man front, 2 inside linebackers. Play action. Some crossing routes open. Nice job. 19, Addison Abshire. That was a good catch there. Good throw, good catch, good blocking up front. Well
Damian
done.
Dover from Gore, Oklahoma with a tackle, but not before the Eagles get it out to the 40-yard line. So that's a 12-yard pickup.
Zane Rice subbing in.
Cambridge can scramble a little bit and might be in his best benefit one of these times to take off and run a little bit and slow that line up a little. This is Roman trying to come around the corner. He's tackled. Nice open field tackle.
They changed that up. They went with that pistol offset eye there with the tight end. Got a good lead block and sprung him for about 4-yard gain.
Howard Huerta with the tackle. Huerta is a D-back out of Panorama City, California. Looking to see what year in school. He is a junior, so maybe he's used to Iowa in the wintertime.
Eagles a 2-by-2 set. Run up the middle. Short gain's going to be about 3rd and 5.
Long 4, short 5, depending on how you look at it. Got an Eagle down on the field.
Grabbing his left knee. You never like to see that. Guys get rolled up on a lot up there in the middle.
So Jamarian Owens is going to check in, which would indicate that is Sam Rost, because Owens is the backup to Rost on the depth chart, so I'm going to guess that's who that is. But we're not going to conjecture about who it is yet or what kind of an injury. I mean, it could be a cramp. Who knows? But the Eagles have marched the ball a little bit. They've got 3rd down and 5, and Coach Brown is not adverse to going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
Coach Callaway last year would go for it on 4th and 9 in his own territory.
Yeah.
Putting your defense in a bad situation if your
does.
offense can't. But you got to have some confidence in your offense and show them that even if it doesn't work out very well, their defense would hold.
61. It's Rance Leday.
Okay, so it is Leday who comes off.
Sophomore from Killeen, Texas. He's not putting any weight on it. I'm sure they'll get him checked out, get him taken care of.
Glad you saw that, because on the depth chart he's listed as number 56, not 61.
Well,
so,
I don't.
Now you're getting it off the roster, which is probably more up to date. I find that when we get the 2-deep roster from coaches, they tend not necessarily to get the numbers correct.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't tend to get the spelling of the name quite right either. So they just know them by their name, and they're not really worried about how you spell it.
Yeah.
No flag. Out in the flat to A.J. Allen. He's got enough
down.
for a first
down. Good job. Gave him a good spot, too.
Forward progress.
Good.
It'll be a first down.
Little hitch route, little 5-yard hitch route. Those have been open a lot.
A.J. Allen has 18 receptions for 266 yards coming into the ball game. He is the leading receiver for the Eagles in the number of catches. And I'm sure if I look at it, he's going to be the leading man as far as yardage goes. It is. He's averaging 88 yards a game in receptions.
Eagles shifting to 3 receivers. On the right, run up the middle.
Vroman for a couple yards. Roman's a local kid from Fayette High School, small school here in town, but he also, I said this last year, he gained 2,999 yards as a senior.
You almost want to go back and watch all that film, see if he has an extra.
Well, you got a couple. Yeah, you got a couple of hours to watch all of that.
Yeah, no.
It may have been 29.94. He may have been a little bit short, but almost 3,000 yards his senior year of high school. So he's used to carrying the ball.
Yep.
He tries to come inside. Knocked out of bounds. No flag. Fans are wanting something for unnecessary roughness for hitting him out of bounds. So William Penn player has to go off, defensive player for losing his helmet. Referee says put 30 seconds on the clock. We got 21 in the period, so the Eagles don't have to, well, I guess they do if it was ruled out of bounds. Let's see if he starts the clock. He does. They don't have to run a play if they don't want to. And that decision will be made by Coach Brown in just a second as they reset things, as they're looking to get Quinn Whitley set up on the other side. We're down to 3.
Across.
They get the play off, and that's a
lateral
lateral and going to go out of bounds.
Pressure on him.
I told you it would be harder to see the scoreboard. There was a minute and something left, so now there's 57. Yep, lateral goes out of bounds inside Eagle territory.
Marco Simmons from William Penn got pressure up the middle.
So that'll make it 4th down and 12, and that'll bring Workman back on.
Put some more pressure on the defense. They need to get a stop here. Need to find something, get a turnover, sack, something.
Yep, Armand Pledge standing at his own 15-yard line. Just gets it away. Pledge going to catch it. Fair catch just inside the 20. So nice job by Workman to get the ball inside the 20-yard line. If that helps his stats some. Inside the 20. He's kicked it inside the 20 8 times already this year. I'm trying to figure out how many he's actually punted because they just give you the number of yards that he's punted and what his average is.
The number of punts, yeah.
So it looks like about 21 punts for the season already in 3 games. But he was averaging almost 9 a game last year.
Yeah.
So he had over 90 punts in 11 ball games. So Statesman with the ball with 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're going fast.
They're going fast, and they're going right side, and they just continue to do that.
The Eagles weren't lined up there on defense.
Ramsey hands it off to Mosley, and he gains enough, which should be the last play of the first quarter.
Yep.
He gets 5, and that is the end of the first quarter. William Penn up 14-0 over the Eagles. Sunday morning football for you from Fayette.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
You can watch this and then go over and watch the rest of the day in the NFL and have a whole day of football.
Yes. I imagine a lot of people will be dialed in for the Chiefs game this afternoon.
I suspect you are correct. Eagles on the road next week, going up to play the number 2 team in the nation, Grandview.
That's the game I worked last year. They'll have their hands full that day.
And then they're back here in 2 weeks with Olivet Nazarene.
Okay.
So that's the game that would have been Evangel, but Evangel has left the conference.
Uh-huh.
So.
Where did Evangel go?
They went to the Kansas, one of the Kansas conferences.
Okay.
Where they'll play Friends and teams out of that conference rather than having to go to Nebraska to play or up into the far reaches of Iowa to play.
Shorten their travel time.
Shorten their travel a little bit, but it's shame to see them go. They've been in the heart for a long time. I think Missouri Baptist may step in and take that spot soon. They're a affiliate member that they fill in some sports as a conference team. But
we played them in baseball back when I was playing here a long time ago.
Sometimes those are not fond memories of playing those guys.
No.
We had a home game here one time where they scored 20 in the first inning.
I was a freshman there.
We couldn't get anybody warmed up fast enough to get them in the game.
Yeah.
Our pitcher
Run
was
off the right side again. They're wearing that right side out.
Yep, we had Tony Primo started that game, and he quick pitched it. He pitched quick anyway, and he had given up 9. The first 9 guys, I think, had gotten on base, and we had somebody warming up who was normally a starter, and it took him a long time to get loose. So Coach Phipps was our coach at that point in time, and he turned the scoreboard off because it wouldn't go that high anyway, and he didn't want anybody to know we gave up 20.
That was a long day. Signaling plays in from the sideline. Eagles still in their 4-man front. 1 middle linebacker.
Motion.
Shifting.
Looks out into the flat to
Get there.
To the receiver that was in motion. And he's going to pick up some yards, and that is Trey Mosley again.
Pick up about 6. Maybe 2nd and 4. Find a way to get some pressure up front and get that quarterback out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, the Eagles have walked their safeties up closer to the line of scrimmage because they've only tried to throw one long pass, and that ended up being a
nice
pass interference.
Lontus McClinton with a great tackle there.
He's the leading tackler for the Eagles on the season.
Wrestling coaches would call that a great double leg takedown right there. It was very nicely done. 3rd and short. William Penn with trips right, 1 back.
Eagles fake, sending more people. As that is McClintock, I believe, or McClinton, that all of them was faking coming.
Yeah, they tried to get the Eagles to jump off sides there. It was a good job.
Run off to the left, and it's down the sideline and out of bounds, and that's Mosley, who's dual threat here, as he's got passes for he's got a pass for a touchdown and lots of yardage. They ran right in the first quarter. Now they're running left. Maybe they just like to run toward their bench.
Run towards their sideline. There are coaches that like to do that because they can see what's going on over there. I've seen that before. They're winning one-on-one battles up front. You know, Eagles gonna have to find a way to get some penetration.
Everett and Hamilton down. Little wide receiver screen that's read well and taken down.
Good job. Good rally the ball. I had 3 or 4 Eagles there on the tackle. That was nicely played. Well defended.
I look over and sometimes I can't see the down marker because he's right behind the stick.
Mm-hmm.
So he's moved now, 2nd down and 11. I can see him. When I can't find him, I guess it's 2nd and 10, or it's a 10.
Something in 10.
Something in 10.
Yes, right.
Ramsey changes the play, checks the settings. Comes underneath.
Nice play.
Well defended, taken down right there on the spot. Gain of about 2.
O'Marion Slaw, well covered. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
Amir Everett with the catch out of Minneapolis.
Number 5's limping. They're off the field there. That's their running back. Keegan Simmons. He's hobbled a little bit. 3rd and long. This is where you need to find their best players. Their number 6 and see where he's at. Yep. Get him covered up.
And there's an offside again against the Eagles. Free play. Caught downfield by number 10.
Down.
Amir Everett, free play.
24-yard line. Pretty well defended. Just got turned around late.
And that gets whoever did that off of the field.
Pretty well defended by Nigel there. He just kind of got turned around late.
And again, it's a free play. If it's knocked down, they've got the 5-yard penalty and have 3rd down again. So hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. Mosley comes over. He's bottom of your screen in the slot. Good, looking to throw, no pressure, throws it downfield.
Oh!
And 2 defenders for the Eagles. It went through one's hands, and the other one may have changed direction a little bit, hit him in the breadbasket, but that's not where his hands were after the ball got there.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to pick that and have a little room to run.
Yes, it would.
Loring in the backfield with Ramsey. 11:17 to go here in the second quarter. 14-0 Statesman. Crowd trying to get the defense into it. Ramsey hands it off to Loring. Lowers his head, gets it down to about the 15-yard line. That'll leave him with about a yard to go on third down.
Third and short.
Keyshawn Wilson on the tackle.
Yeah, D linemen are going to have to get off their blocks. You know, when you have one linebacker there in the middle and your D line doesn't get off the blocks, it's going to open up some holes.
Ramsey, handed off to Loring again. Same type of play, and he's going to forge ahead for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 around the 12.
And they're just kind of coming up saying, here it is. You know, stop it.
We'll throw a short one every once in a while, but we're going to run the ball, and they've run it right and they've run it left. So defense really can't make a lot of adjustments.
No.
You can't overload one side because they'll just go to the other way.
Tight twins here on each side, 2-by-2, tight formation. Toss sweep.
Mosley.
Nice job.
Taken down at the 10.
Defended. Gain of 3. Pretty well defended.
Joe Slattery credited with the tackle, and we can tell you that Joe is a senior out of Pensacola, Florida. Started here, came in as a quarterback, and now he's a linebacker.
Nice.
Go where you can play.
That's right. And good for him for making that change. You know, some kids wouldn't want to do that. So kudos to him.
Ramsey with Loring now in front of him. Hands it to Loring. Ducks through, down around the 5-yard line.
Third and short.
Third and short again. The 4-down territory for the Statesman. Bringing in some bulk. Going to take Mosley out.
They go back to that tight bunch set on trips right like they did earlier.
Sham Graham comes in. Cedar Rapids, Iowa senior. Tight end. So they've got overload to the left side. Tight end to the right side. One running back. Tight formation. 3rd and 2.
Toss.
Pitch it.
Pursue.
Taken down, but not before it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah. Just short of the goal line, but enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and inches.
Loring with the carry. Ball 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
52, Devin Watson, sophomore out of St. Louis, Missouri, subbing in for Central on the D line.
Now you're really kind of between a rock and a hard place. They've run it left, they've run it right, they've run it up the middle.
Yeah.
They've thrown it in the flat. Where you want to put your emphasis.
Nice job.
Yeah, Loring, the defensive line stands up.
Nicely done. Good penetration up front that time. That was nicely done.
Yeah, defensive line got a nice push and shoved the offensive line back a little bit, and then Honest McClinton comes in and cleans it up.
And you don't give that running back room to, make a little move up there in traffic.
So let's see now if they want to throw a fade. They got a wide receiver down here at the bottom. They don't. They're going to run it again.
More penetration.
Yes, there is. And he's going to be tackled back around the 4-yard line.
Good job. Well done. Well played.
That's Niles, our buddy, with that. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. I need to talk to Coach Brown and find out what their nicknames are so we can come up with a name.
Well, I was just going to say he needs a nickname.
Coach Davis does that with the Central women's basketball team.
Yeah.
His players that sometimes when he doesn't want to learn how to spell their name correctly, will just give them a nickname, and that sticks.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I go with as well when reading the name off. 3rd and goal from about the 4. Now it could be a pass.
Trips.
Going to look that way. Throw the other way, out in the flat, and a touchdown. That was easy. To Loring out of the backfield. As everybody went right, Loring went out of the backfield left. Defense didn't rotate over and watch him, and it is 20-0 now in favor of the Statesmen. Both teams came in 1-2 on the season. Will leave us in for the extra point. Ball down, kick up. Good it is, 21-0. With 6:47 to go here in the second quarter. Eagles need something because William Penn's going to get the football to start the second half as well.
Yep. They need to score here before halftime. You know, one thing there, you start to get some penetration up on the D line there on those first couple plays on the goal line. So, you know, hopefully we can build on that, you know, next time we're on defense.
Have you ever seen this before? They've got the kickoff team in front of us. They've got 11 blue circles.
Yes.
And you have to stand in your circle to know you sure got everybody ready to go.
Well, that's totally to make sure you have 11.
Yep. And you don't have to count when you go out there.
If you have an empty hoop, then you know you're missing somebody. So I've seen that done a couple times. I've seen call them launch pads where they have spots down and different things. So it's just to make sure you got all your kids out there ready to go and you're not missing somebody.
So Christian Bryce is back now with Cam Cole. Cole on the bottom, the right side of the screen. Bryce top left. Crawford to kick off for the fourth time. Each one's gotten shorter. This one's going to be fielded by an up man in front and is knocked down, and down he goes. That's not going to go over well either.
That's why you don't catch the ball going backwards.
Yeah, you went backwards with a guy coming up, running in full stride to catch it, going forward, and you're going backwards. You trip over the deep guy, and the ball is down at the 12-yard line.
Yep, that was caught by 34, Precious Boiseau. That's the fundamental you teach, you know, those up backs. If you have to go back to catch it, you just let it go and let the deep guy come.
You would think the deep guy's yelling, forward. He's got it, he's got it.
And it's communication. It's like outfielders in baseball or whatever. It's just communication.
Cambridge. Can't tell if that's Johnson behind him or we'll soon see. Doesn't go anywhere.
Cam Cole.
He's had a couple of nice carries on the year.
Yeah.
He's carried the ball 14 times for 106. He's averaging 7.2 yards per rush. So he's the third running back that's been back there. Gain of 1, second 9.
William Penn still with 4 men on line scrimmage.
Hand it, and he's going to get out to the 15-yard line, bent backwards. Cole with it again. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 now. Brad's having to look out a side window to see.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
We need a first down here. We need to. You don't want to give the ball right back to him so quick.
Not at midfield, especially.
No.
I've given my input to Coach Sherman, the AD, here about the style of windows they need to put in the next press box.
Yeah. There's never enough room in a press box.
There is not enough room, and sliding windows, unless they come out, are not very good either. Cambridge with it, looks, throws it across the middle.
Get up there. Nice job, first down.
That's Allen. He's got it out to the 25, and that is a first down.
A little screen over the middle. Well-designed play, well executed.
Again, Allen came in with 18 catches over the 3 ball games. He's been the favorite receiver so far in this ball game.
That was a big play. You know, you don't give the ball right back to him. You know, there's still 5 minutes and 5 seconds left.
And there's an offside. No flag anywhere that I can see.
Oh, good catch over the top.
What a play.
Oh, they're saying out of bounds.
Oh.
That was an athletic catch. I thought the D-line jumped off sides there.
Allen went up and got it over a defender who was looking at an interference. Yeah, I thought they were offside, but nobody threw a flag.
And I saw the side judge shake his head no. So.
Yeah, they're shaking his head no, but several of the William Penn players are looking at each other like we got away with one there.
Right.
There's not a flag on the field? Cool. 2nd down and 10. You don't want to give it right back to them and have them score right before the end of the half and get the kickoff to start the second half.
No.
Going to hand it. Nope.
Oh,
Cambridge is going to keep it. There's the run I was asking for,
Yeah.
but didn't fool the Statesman any.
Loss of 1.
Tackle on the play by number 92, Jalen Jackson, freshman out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
He played that well.
He did not
Stayed
go for
home,
the fake at
Yeah,
all.
stayed home, did his job.
No gain, 3rd down and 10.
That's pretty much all defense is stay home and do your job.
Yeah, do your job and don't do anybody else's
trust
job.
your teammates to do theirs.
Cambridge back, looks. Now's the time to pull it down and run, but he doesn't. He drops it off. That's Drake Dudley.
Good block downfield, too, number 4.
That's Allen.
A.J. Allen, that was well done. Good block, good job, good play there.
Cambridge got close to the line of scrimmage, dumped it off.
I thought he was close to the line of scrimmage.
I did too, but he picks up 29 yards on that little pitch and catch.
Yeah.
Nobody threw a flag. Maybe the same one that didn't see the offside didn't see him across the line of scrimmage either. At the 41.
Penn subbed in up front. Have a new defensive end in.
Hand it off.
Nice.
Yeah, got a little enthusiasm, got a little spark going now.
7-yard gain.
Cole
Nicely
with the
done.
carry.
Eagles do a good job of blocking that edge on that stretch play.
They have had a lot of success getting outside during the course of the year.
Yeah.
And that's your wide receivers and your tight ends sealing and getting people off of the corner, off the edge.
Yeah. And you look at their alignment, 38 here. He's inside edge of the tight end. You know, if you can get that sealed and fold somebody around, you can get that edge.
This time, no room, loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a zone read play. He's reading 38 there coming off the edge, and he crashes down like that. You kind of like to see him pull it and keep it.
38 is Matt Miroff, and I think he is their leading tackler.
Yeah.
If I can get to where they start. No, he's not their leading tackler. 22, Harlan Plummer is their leading tackler. So 3rd down and 4. The misdirection stuff has not fooled the Statesman at all. Yep. It's more the straight ahead, go find a hole and get to it in a hurry type of thing has worked better. Cambridge, back, looks, throws it outside, too high and wide for Dudley. Be 4th down, and they'll end up going for it on 4th and 4. It's too far for a field goal.
Yeah.
I say that it's going to be would be a 52-yarder.
I think the right choice is to go for it here, down 21.
Edwards, Drake, top of the screen.
Just need time to throw.
Probably going to be out here in the flat. It is to Cole. Got to make one man miss. Got to stretch the ball out and see if he gets there.
He got it.
It's pretty
got
close.
To the 30. 1st down. Good job. Made that man miss. Enough to pick up a 1st down. Well done.
And the crowd likes it.
Yes.
Cam Cole, a junior out of St. Louis.
A minute 54 left. We got all of our timeouts left, too, so you don't have to be in a giant hurry here.
Yeah, you don't want to leave much time on the clock. You want to score but not leave much time. So they need to. They'll start using them. There's pressure. Gets away. Cambridge with nice move. Throws the ball in the end zone, but it's too far down the road. Yep, down the line for
Aaron Edwards.
Aaron
got tangled
Edwards
up there.
Senior out of Orlando, Florida. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 31-yard line. And that would get it into range for Oscar Simon.
It'd be a 48-yarder from here.
Yeah, he's sort of like the kicker Mevis for Mizzou.
Yeah.
He's not thin.
Yeah.
He's they list him as, I'll tell you in a second after this play. Got a screen, might work. Nope, thrown short. Defense didn't hold, or the defense was not held up enough by the offensive line as they just touched them and released, and it didn't allow any time. Cole, let me look and see. Simon is 6'1", 220. He's not 245 like Mevis, the thicker kicker.
Yes. Yeah.
3rd and 10.
He had a great kick last week.
He
61
did for a
yards
fact.
and win. That's amazing.
SEC record.
Yes. 3rd and 10 here. Eagles come out, trips right.
You'd like to pick up something and make it a little bit shorter attempt if you cannot pick up the first down.
Shifting across now to a 2-by-2
Allen in motion.
set.
Pressure comes, gets rid of it.
Nice
To Allen.
job.
It's going to be short of the first down, but it could it makes it
short.
Yeah, it makes it more manageable if Coach Brown wants to go for it on 4th down.
It was a good catch. He got hit right when the ball got there. That was a really
They're going to bring the
field goal.
They're going to bring the field goal team out. They were going to have them line up. You got a timeout. You can use it when the clock runs down. You got 27 on the play clock.
Maybe had your offense out there and try to get him jump off sides, but this is okay.
Yeah, this is going to be a 42-yard attempt by Oscar Simon. He is a junior. Kick is on the way. He's got plenty of leg.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd have been
Nice
good
job.
for 15 more yards
Yes,
at that
sir.
point in time. So Simon
Well
drills it
blocked
through.
up front, too. Well
He
blocked
hits
up
it.
front, no penetration, good snap, good hold,
And that's
plenty of leg.
That's a welcome addition from last year, because there were times last year we got beat 3-0 in a ball game and we missed a 23-yard field goal.
Yeah.
That would have
That's
tied
a weapon.
it up.
That's a weapon. You know, it's good to get points on the board. You know, take some time off the clock, keep the ball away from them. Got 59 seconds left, so, you know, you're still going to have to play some defense here.
Both sides with 3 timeouts. Should be Mosley and Pledge, 6 and 7, and that's who is back. Trey Mosley and Armand Pledge. 2 deep receivers. Simon's got the leg to get it in the end zone.
Yep.
And that's what he needs to do and not have a run back.
Yeah. No breeze, so he may do it.
Simon checks both sides. Everybody's ready. In the air, drives Pledge back inside the 5. He's got it. Going to come this way. Gets out to almost the 30-yard line before he's wrapped up and taken down. On the bottom of that pile is Levine Mabungo.
Well covered.
Buena Park, California. So let's see how the Statesmen, I would suspect with 53 seconds and 3 timeouts, they're going to take one shot downfield, whether it or with a draw or something, to see if they can pick up a chunk on first down before they decide what they're going to do for the rest of the period. So watch out for a draw, a screen pass. See if they can pick up a bunch off the D. Counter play. And they're going to pick up some yards on it. He's not going to get out of bounds. Well, yes, he is. No, he's not.
Running the clock.
Picks up enough for a first down, so that will stop the clock momentarily. No timeout called.
42-yard line. Now you're getting down where you can take a deep shot.
Yep, clock stopped at 47. Here comes the blitz. Going to throw it underneath. Ooh. Tipped. Knocked away.
Almost got it. Nice play there on defense. Tipped that ball away. 23. Keyshawn Wilson. That was well played. Well played. Had 3 deep routes, and then that guy hitched up about 10 yards. It was well covered in the secondary. Nobody got beat deep.
Keyshawn Wilson's got a couple of broken up pass plays this year. He's got another one now. 2nd down and 10. 40 seconds left here in the first half. 21-3. Ramsey looks. Pressure comes. Throws the ball deep.
And
he's got a man down there. Got the ball inside the 20.
Split the safeties on a seam route right down the hash mark. That was well thrown.
Marcus Price, I believe, with the catch.
Yes. I saw that last night watching film. He throws the ball well deep.
Again, he doesn't complete a high percentage, 57%.
Timeout, William Penn.
Take a timeout with 34 seconds to go. It's thrown for 729 yards coming into this. Nope. Wrong side. He's thrown for 873 yards coming into this. 61 completions, 870 yards. So that's close to 15 yards a catch for his side. So, as we said, don't score too quick and then give the ball back to them with a little chance because they get the ball to start the half. This is what why coaches defer, just this exact reason.
This is a big series right here for defense. You know, you don't want to give up points here. They're in field goal range, but you don't want to give up a touchdown here and then, like you said, have to go right back on defense. Start second half.
Well, Olivas, their kicker, is 2 for 2 on field goals, but as long as 29 yards on the season. So we don't know what kind of length he's got. You got a pair of running backs, one on either side of Ramsey. Fakes the handoff, looks, he's going to be hit and sacked, taken down, driving him back.
Dylan Holt, junior linebacker from Allenburg, Missouri. Nice job there, dialed up a little pressure.
And they haven't called the timeout, and it's running down, but I guess they have now because I looked up, it was 18, and then it was 17, so it's 16. We'll see if they put any time back on the clock.
Well done.
That'll push them back out of field goal range more than
close.
Likely because that's right at a 49-yarder from there. Well, the Eagle defense comes up with a big play.
Yeah.
Really? They put 26 seconds. They put
10 more seconds.
10 seconds back up. Of course, if you're a visitor on the William Penn side, you'd say that the Eagles are trying to get some home cooking out of that.
Oh, yeah. You know, they still have a timeout left and quite a bit of time, actually. You know, you still have to defend basically the whole playbook here. You can't set on one thing.
Yeah, with it being second and long, they're probably not, unless it's a draw play, going to run it.
Yeah.
They're going to look to pick up a chunk, get a first down, get a score, take their timeout, kick a field goal.
Let's see their number one receiver in. Number 5's back at running back.
Best receivers at the top of the screen. Going screen pass underneath.
Uh-oh.
And he's got a convoy with him.
Yep.
And he's going to get close to the first down.
8-yard line, 9-yard line, somewhere in there. 19
That's
seconds
Keegan
left.
Simmons. Got one shot, got time for 2 quick throws to the end zone or one throw somewhere and a timeout. So you're not limited to just throwing fades or quick cross, quick post. But I'd find out where 6 is. I don't even see him out there right now.
He's over on the sideline.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Simmons resets to the left of Ramsey. He points over and says, hey, they moved over here, now what? So they did that, let's do this.
Yes.
Looking,
and
I think
incomplete.
Yeah, miscommunication there as he they were running a slant and a corner, and he kind of threw it in between the two of them.
Split them, yep.
So you got
16 seconds
16
left.
seconds, you got plenty of time. Fans are yelling to watch the hard count. I don't think the 5 yards. It's fourth down. That's why they're saying that. It's 4th and about 2. And he's trying to draw him off. Now he's going to look over, check with me.
It's a big play here. Get this stop, get the ball back.
Looks out in the flat, throws it short behind, low and behind his intended receiver, Simmons, and the Eagles hold, will run out the first half, go to the locker room down 21-3.
He was open. That was just a well-thrown ball there.
You didn't lead him.
Short-armed it.
Yeah, didn't lead him, and unless he thought he was just going to run out there and stop and catch the ball and not take a step or two.
May have been, yeah. It might have been miscommunication on the running back's
Eagles
part.
have plenty of timeouts, but I don't think they're going to be real aggressive from their own 10.
10-yard line, maybe hand it off and run it and see if you can break one or take a knee and go to the locker
they're
room.
not going to take a knee. They're going to line up and run. They're going to run. Well, I say that. I'm waiting to see where Cambridge goes. He's in the pistol, so they're going to run a play and see what they can do. They'll probably hand it off to the back right behind him. They do. He doesn't pick up a whole lot, and that'll be the end of the half. Fans are yelling that number 4 is open. Well, I will tell you, I don't know that I've ever met a receiver who wasn't
They're
open.
always open.
They always come back and tell the quarterback, I'm open on that play.
They're like Waffle House, Coach. They're always open.
They're always
right?
open. So
yeah.
that will end the half, 21-3. I think a quarterback has to take all of that with a grain of salt, because if he looked down there and he wasn't open, that's why he didn't throw it to him. But, yeah, every receiver is open on every play. You just don't throw them the ball enough.
That was a big stop there on the defense. Don't want to overlook that. Getting out of that down deep inside the 10-yard line into the half. That was well done on the defense. And
we got the dance team is going to be our halftime, I believe. So they're out on the field. We'll cut our mics and turn them on so you can hear them. And we'll be back right after this. We're back. It is halftime at Davis Field here at Central Methodist in Fayette. We've got halftime stats for you, and we've got them up on the screen so you can see them a little bit while we talk about them. The main numbers in this, William Penn has 277 yards of total offense. Central 110. 159 yards passing for William Penn, 118 rushing yards for them, 79 passing, 31 for Central, 18 first downs to 8 turnovers. Central has the only one. That was the first play of the ball game, a pick. Possession time, 16:07 in favor of William Penn, 13:41, so not a big discrepancy there. But William Penn with a more than 2-to-1 advantage in total yards.
Yeah, a lot of that, the rushing yards, 118 rushing yards in the first half. That's just a lot, and then you go on down to some other stats. Their third down efficiency, they're 6 of 7 on third down conversions, and then red zone chances are 2 for 3. So, those are things you could look at, third down, getting them off the field, making them punt. They haven't punted yet. So those would be the main things I'd be looking at, if I was working on the defensive side of the ball. And then, Central's going to have to come out and run the ball a little bit. They've had some success on those zone stretch plays off the edge and maybe looking at some formation sets and motions to gain an advantage there on the edge and run the ball a little bit. And then that'll open up, obviously, your passing game if you can get those things going.
Give you a quick recap of the scoring in the ball game. First quarter, 12:38 after the pick. Sterling Ramsey passed to Trey Mosley, 32 yards for a touchdown. Extra point makes it good, 7-0. 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Chauncey Andrews ran 4 yards for a touchdown. Oliveira's kick was good, made it 14-0. Then Ramsey passed to Destin Loring for 5 yards. 6:47 to go in the second quarter, made it 21-0. And then Oscar Simon, a 42-yard field goal, good with 59 seconds to go here in the second quarter, gets us to the 21-3. Individually for William Penn, Ramsey 11 of 15, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Rushing the football, Destin Loring, 13 attempts, 62 yards. No touchdowns. Andrews, 3 rushes, 32 yards and a touchdown. Keegan Simmons, 5 rushes for 31 yards and no touchdown. Receiving-wise, because I thought they put them in order, but they didn't because it says 2 at the top, and I was going to go, where's the guy that caught all the passes?
Yes.
Trey Mosley, 5 catches, 53 yards and a touchdown. Amir Everett, 2 catches, 22 yards. Lucas Hamilton with a catch, Destin Loring with a catch, Keegan Simmons with a catch, and Kingston Oliver with a catch. So that's the stats off of the William Penn side. Joe Cambridge for Central Methodist, 8 of 16, 79 yards and a pick. Rushing-wise, Charles Johnson, 5 rushes for 19 yards. Cam Cole, 4 rushes for 9 yards. Garen Vroman, 4 rushes for 8 yards. Cambridge 2 for a -5, but those were scrambles. Receiving-wise, A.J. Allen, 4 catches, 28 yards. And then 1 catch apiece for Addison Abshire, Aaron Edwards, Cam Cole, and Drake Dudley. So those are your halftime stats. The leading tackler. Well, I can give you the leading tackler for William Penn. I don't see the Central. It didn't print page 2. Didn't print page 2. But nobody's really... Jalen Jackson with 3 total tackles, and Malcolm Bryant with 3. Harlan Plummer with 3. Joey Mars with 3 and a pick. So those are your halftime stats. That's where we stand right now. 21-3 is the score at halftime. Again, on the road next week with a formidable task in taking on the number 2 team in the nation, Grandview. Then we're back here to play non-conference game against Olivet Nazarene at noon on 10-7, it says. And then back on the road to number 21 Benedictine. And then at Mid-America Nazarene, who's receiving votes in the poll. And then back home for the last 2 Last two home games, Missouri Valley and Baker. The Missouri Valley game, I've got Gene Williams going to come in, sit in, and do some of the ball game. He has just been selected for the Hall of Fame.
Great.
Here on campus.
Great.
One of the pitchers, and he was a wide receiver on the football team. So that football team that had Tom Stein now has the quarterback in the Hall of Fame here and 3 of his receivers.
Nice.
Which is exactly the way it should be because they were a high-power offense that ran it up and down the field. Steve Lujan is in the Hall of Fame as tight end.
Yep.
Eric Trells, who is coach for the day down on the field, went in 2 years ago. Gene Williams is going in this year.
Good.
So,
Coach Lujan was assistant coach here when I was playing, so got to spend time with him. He was my academic advisor too. So, good man, good family.
Steve Luchan's going to come back, and he did a game with me last year. He's going to come back and do the part of the Baker game with me this year. So I haven't run everybody off. I have run some off, but. Brad is patient, as is Steven, and that lets me rant and ramble on about things.
It's fun, man. I enjoy doing it. I appreciate the invite. And,
it's great to have you here doing it.
That's a tough schedule they have there, Coach. There's some good teams there.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's only 2 teams in the top 25 out of the Heart right now.
Yeah.
Because normally there's more than that.
That'll probably change before it's over with.
Yeah, you probably will get the Benedictine's number 21. You'll probably see Nazarene move up and get in the poll. And then I think Valley's one of the undefeated teams or has only maybe 1 loss in the Heart right now. So they're pushing it as well. Not far off before basketball season starts on campus. Look last night, and I think it's October the 26th. It's the first men's home game.
It's
crazy.
The
first men's game.
Yeah.
And the women play on November the 3rd, which is a Friday, and it's a noon game.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a
Friday at noon.
It's a go to lunch or go to a basketball game instead and see the.
Is that a home game?
It is a home game.
Nice.
And they're playing a team out of Oklahoma, Bacone, Bacone.
Yeah.
And I hope I say that correctly.
Yeah.
But that's who they open up with here at home. So that's. I've talked about that a couple of times. I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I stay in contact with Coach Mike Davis, the women's basketball coach, and he gives me the rundown on everything.
Yeah.
And he says right now he has 1 returning starter from last year's team, and everybody else is going to be new.
Yeah.
And he says we're either going to be pretty good or we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Haven't decided yet. Haven't seen them enough in practice to know whether everybody's going to be good or a train wreck.
Yeah. They made a tremendous run last year, and that was an exciting time, I know, for everybody that's a Central fan. And, they're going to have some big shoes to fill.
That's 2 years in a row they've made it to the Final Four.
Yeah. And, but, that success breeds success. And
people want to come to school.
Sure.
His last, I don't know if you knew this, if I've said this to you or not, his last signee that he got, he had 1 scholarship left, and he was chasing 2 girls trying to get them to come. He finally got a commitment from one of them on Friday right before school started.
Yeah.
They had to be here Sunday on campus for the start of school.
To be eligible.
Yes.
Yes.
A 6'6" girl.
Good. Good. That's a good late sign.
That's a good sign.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
6'6".
6'6". You can't coach height.
No. Can't coach height or speed. Well, good for him.
He's got 3 freshmen that he thinks a lot of, and he's got some transfers that came in out of the transfer portal that he think could be really good. It's going to take a while for them to mesh.
Sure.
But as I have said before, with Coach Davis, you know exactly where you stand because he asks you to do 3 things as a basketball player for him. Play defense, share the basketball, and don't be selfish.
Yeah.
And if you can do those 3 things, you're going to get playing time.
Yeah.
If you don't do those 3 things, you're playing at the end of the game when it's 90 to 54, and you're just looking to mop up and add some stats.
Good for him for having those expectations from his players, and you can't argue with his success for sure.
Absolutely. He does. He has done it, and I think Matt Sherman, the men's basketball coach, is going to do it this year as well, do a variation of it. Coach Davis does about a 3 or 4 minute interview with each and every one of his players.
Mm-hmm.
and asks them questions and talks to them, and we play it before a game. We take a player and play it before a game, and we play it again at halftime.
Yeah.
So you get to learn a lot about a player.
Yeah.
Well, he had a guard last year that has graduated out and is out of eligibility, so she's gone to Rena Bakarova. She was their three-point shooting specialist. His interview with her was because she came from a university in Hawaii. She's from Belarus.
Wow.
To Hawaii.
Yeah.
He said, what did we promise you to get you from the beaches of Hawaii to the beaches of Fayette?
Yes, right.
And she said very deadpanly, playing time. And he goes, yes, we did promise you that, didn't we?
Yeah.
And she was an All-American last year as a senior.
Nice.
So
good for her.
Yeah, her thing was she was 6'1", could shoot threes, and could guard anybody on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
Big, small, didn't matter.
Yeah.
She could guard. So
well, that playing time's a big motivator.
It is.
You could, a lot of these kids, at NAIA level could probably go somewhere bigger and maybe be a backup, or maybe get to play as a senior. Or you can come to this level and play right off the get-go, and that's a big attractant, for schools, and it's exciting when you get to play, when you're young.
Yeah, and I will tell you, the one starter that's back from last year is a guard that I think they list at 5'7". She may be a little different than that.
Yeah.
But she is the toughest basketball player I think I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Davis says she is the best defensive player he has ever coached.
Really?
Yeah, and he's got almost 800 wins at the NAIA level.
Something.
Yeah, she is. She went to school. She went to Georgia Tech as a freshman, and then enlisted in the Marines for 3 years before she came to Central.
Wow.
So she's got a little bit of a discipline. It's
not
not an issue.
You won't have to worry about her mental toughness.
No.
Right?
She dislocated her right shoulder in a game last year and was back with a brace on it playing 2 days later.
Wow.
And I asked her dad, and he says she's done it once in life before. This is not something that happens all the time.
Yeah.
She put one of those braces on, and it's her shooting arm and everything else, and she was back out playing.
Nice.
So my wife says that's the only player that she's ever seen or been around that scares her. And Tori Cook does scare my wife.
She probably scares a lot of people.
She is an A number one pest.
Yeah.
She guards the best shooter on the other team. Whoever the best guard is, that's who she guards.
It's good to have that in your arsenal as a coach, and you could put her on that best player and not have to worry about her all game.
And then they had another guard last year who's not back this year, named J.C. Kennedy, about 5'9", and she was just almost as bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you decided to dribble the ball away with your back toward the sideline, here came a double team from the other side of the court, and everybody rotated, picked the ball off, and head down the court.
Nice.
We shot a lot of layups, and
for
a long time during the course of the year last year, it was the average score of the women's team was something like 86-50.
Yeah. Wow.
And, of course, they went 35-1 on the season. They lost in the semifinal to the same team that knocked them out of the semifinal the year before.
Wow.
And they really, not just because they wanted to get to the championship game, but they really would have gotten there because it would have been Hart Conference opponent Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat Clark 3 times during the course of the year. So I know it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but if you've beaten them 3 times, there's nothing to say you can't beat them a 4th time.
Exactly. That 3rd time's hard. I've been in that boat before as a coach, coaching baseball, and beat some people in regular season. Then you see them in state tournament and stuff, and it's hard.
Yeah, and then Matt Sherman last year, late in the season, they found their rhythm and went on about a 7 or 8 game winning streak, made the NAIA playoffs and got into a first round game there. And so, both success on both sides there. Within the past 3 years, I can tell you that the football team has made the district playoffs. The men's and women's basketball team has made it. The volleyball team has made it. The baseball team has made it. The softball team has made it.
Yes.
Track and field has made it.
Yes.
So almost everything wrestling that they just put in a few years ago had people qualify to move on.
Yes.
So just about everything. Their dance team is award winning. So the spirit team, the cheerleaders have won events as well, and it's just and I say this every time I bring it up, and this is all due to Roger Drake, the president of the school.
Yes.
He expects for them to do well, and he wants them to do well.
Yes.
And I think he has given them the resources to do well.
Yes.
And it's up to them to get something done.
Yes.
Because he tells what he wants.
Yeah. Well,
and then it's your job to get that to that point one way or the other.
It's a big part of any university. Your activities and athletics. It's such a big part of getting kids on campus and keeping kids here. And it's been exciting several-year run here for Central Athletics. And being a former athlete here, I'm excited to see that, and I'm proud of it, and I'm very happy for all the kids and coaches in the university all together. It's a great deal. The facilities are so much better and improved from years ago, and it's just a great thing to see, and kudos to everybody involved and President Drake.
And I may have told you this story last year when you were here. There is a story that circulates, and I have it from a pretty good source, so I tend to believe it's true. When Roger Drake came to school here, the first thing they gave him, and I know this is true, was a ping pong table because he's an avid table tennis guy.
I've heard that.
Well, he has had a standing bet with any college student that if they can beat him, they get their tuition free. And he hasn't paid any tuition yet.
He's undefeated.
He hasn't given up anything yet.
That policy may change if he ever gets beat, but good for him for doing that.
He had a student who thought he was pretty good, challenged him, and it did not go well for the student. Yeah. So we're underway, kicking off, and that one's going to get in the end zone. So there's the big lead, from Simon.
That's a weapon. I've coached special teams before, and anytime you have a kid that can kick it in the end zone, it takes pressure off of covering that kick.
And it protects your guys from running down and getting chop blocked or hitting the back or clipped or anything and getting hurt. So we're back. It's Ramsey at quarterback with Loring behind him. 2 wide top, 2 wide to the bottom. Going to hand it off to Loring, and he's met in the backfield, held up and taken down.
Good penetration. 51. That's our buddy Niles. Pokapala Wallahu.
Boy, look at you go.
I'm getting better, Coach. I'm getting better.
You're going to be back for every ball game. I'm going to have to record that so I can play that later on in the season.
He's made a couple plays up in the interior there. Made one down on the end there in the first half.
And there's an offside, a free play coming, and they're going to throw it long like they're supposed to.
Good job.
And it's knocked away. The defender doesn't know that there's a penalty on the play, and they're going to get 5 yards back. And
it was well defended by
it's much better than it being completed and having to tackle him at the 40-yard line on the other side. That's the third time the defense has jumped offside. They only have 4 penalties in the game, but 3 of them have been encroachment offside penalties and 1 pass interference penalty.
I think they're just trying to get an early jump, to try to get some penetration there. But you just, you got to be disciplined. Watch the football. You shouldn't really be listening to the cadence or anything. Just watch that football.
2nd down and 8 after the penalty. Rotate over to cover the slot receiver. Now back out of it. Now step back into it again. Got a safety over the top. Motion. Throwing it. Has to get rid of it early. Makes the catch anyway. They got to get him to the ground just short of the first down.
It'll be 3rd and short inside
Chauncey
of the yard.
Andrews.
With some pressure again.
Almost got to the quarterback. Had to get rid of it in a hurry.
But that's good, get that quarterback out of his comfort zone and make him move around a little bit. And that'll help your D-backs out too. It's hard to play secondary with all the rules in place as it is.
3rd and 1. Central fakes blitz. Going to get him to change the play.
William Penn likes his tight bunch set.
Pitch. Getting to the corner. Got the first down and more. Picks up about 6 on the play. That's Loring again. Slattery involved with getting him out of bounds. So they get from the 25 out to the 40. Started this drive at their own 25 after the touchback on the kickoff. Ramsey looks to the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock. It's down to 21.
Yeah, they don't take a lot of time. I bet they haven't had a delay game penalty all season.
I bet they haven't either. And I'll tell you a couple of high school things that I'd like to see at some point in time. Handoff, Loring.
Oh, you got to wrap up.
Gets away from the first defender, and he's close to a first down. I've seen some high school games this year, and I'd really like to see a Pleasant Hill Hallsville game or a Pleasant Hill, more likely Blair Oaks game.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one uses the play clock is not a factor in either game.
Yep.
They both line up and snap it as soon as they can to get as many plays in
Boy,
as possible.
That's hard to defend, too.
It is, and it's been like Boonville's played both of them, and Boonville plays a lot of kids both ways, and they're by the end of the game, they're just worn out.
Tired.
It is a first down, enough across midfield, ball just in Eagle territory. Empty backfield. Got 5 out and around. Ramsey
wide open down the sideline.
throws it down the side. Yeah, that's Loring out of the back. Or that's not Loring. That's his favorite target, Mosley, out of the backfield. Mosley had 5 catches in the first half. That's his first here in the second half.
Yeah, that's pretty standard route. You know, send the outside guy deep and the inside receiver on a 6 or 8 yard out route, and had the deep route open there in the window before the safety got over. But we're lucky the quarterback didn't see him. Trips right now.
Mosley had a 32-yard touchdown catch in the first half. After that, he only had 4 catches for 18 yards, so not a lot out of the other catches. He's a little short guy, and I don't mean size-wise. He's a short pass guy.
Mm-hmm.
Looking downfield. Here comes pressure. Look up, find the ball.
Good job. Hit us in the helmet. Good job. Good coverage.
Yeah, you got to turn around and find that when
That's good. Central bringing pressure, changing things up a little bit. Like to see it. Can't do it every play, but you got to mix it up.
Trying to see if that's 29 or 23 on the coverage. So we'll tell you it's Keyshawn Wilson, I'm going to guess. Could be Slaw, though. He's also a D-back. 3rd down and 3. Running back in the backfield. 2 receivers top and bottom. Press coverage down at the bottom of the screen. Press coverage at the top of the screen on the wideouts. Motion.
Bringing pressure again.
Going to run him out to the flat. Nope. Going to throw the ball deep. It's over his head. Flag comes down, and that's just not very good, I don't think.
I think they're going to get him for having his left arm extended. I think.
Kind of holding him up. But the ball was overthrown by a lot because he was behind the receiver, and he couldn't get to it. But they don't tend to call uncatchable anymore like they used to.
Those days
That'll be pass interference.
Joe Slattery.
So that keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Had pretty good coverage, I think. Just watching it with the naked eye, it just looked like he maybe got his left arm out there. Obstructed him a little bit. Trips right.
1st and 10, just inside the 29-yard line. Gone a little deeper more this half.
Yeah. Fake the toss.
Fake the toss, kept it, and ran for another first down. Down to the 18.
Tackled by Lontus McClinton. Quarterback ran up the middle, fake the toss sweep, tried to get everybody pursue, and then quarterback ran up the middle. That was a well-designed play.
4 new defensive linemen check in for the Eagles. Simmons in the backfield. Gets the handoff. I like his running style, slow and
he's kind of dancing around looking to find a hole there. My opinion, that lets that defense pursue and get to you.
Yeah, unless your lineman is opening it up right in front of you for you to see, going north and south or east and west, whichever it is better.
Yes.
Going forward is better than going sideways.
This spread offense now with the running back to the side of the quarterback, that's kind of the new style now. You don't see a lot of the straight ahead runs up in A gap.
Yeah, and he's there for pass protection as well, which is what he does there. Throw. Defenders just aren't turning around and looking, and that's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a good catch.
For Mosley. He's the second catch of the day.
That's like the other one, we're there, but you don't get turned around and see the ball to play the ball.
Don't see no
words. Well thrown.
So
good
not
catch.
only do you risk being caught for a touchdown, which it was, if it's not caught, you're in the risk of pass interference for not knowing where the ball was and just face masking, face guarding, as they say. So 27-3. Will leave us in for the extra point. Perfect on the day so far, 3 for 3. See if he can make it 4 for 4. Snap back, ball down, kick on the way, and it is good. With 10:30 to go, took him 4.5 minutes to go down the field and score. It's 28-3 in favor of the Statesmen.
Did a few good things there on defense. You just got to string some plays together.
You got to get off the field on third and long.
Yes, you just, the pass interference penalty was huge, obviously. That would have had them in a bind offensively. And you get third and long, you can do some things defensively to bring some pressure.
Yeah, and you had second and 13. You jump offside, make it second and 8, make it a little more manageable.
Yep.
So Levis will kick it off. See what we can tell you about that young man. He is a junior out of Eddyville, Iowa, so somewhat local for him.
Yep. Good crowd here today, Coach. The bleachers almost
for a
full.
Sunday morning start. Yeah, the up man is different, and he did go back and try and catch that one. That's Cole. Jukes around one, gets to the outside. Nice
Good
return
job.
back out over the 35.
Good job. Well done, well blocked.
Good field position to start with. Let's see what the Eagles can do. Cambridge back out.
Eagles had a couple good kickoff returns today. The opening kickoff and then that one. Now offense can hopefully move the ball down and do a little something with good field position.
Johnson is the running back behind. And they also have a fullback up there.
I think that's 86.
That's tight end.
Yeah, Zane Rice.
Trying to get the corner. I don't see a flag, so there's no hold on the
decent gain.
Outside.
Decent gain. That's a stretch play around the edge.
Charles Johnson picks up 4 on the play, so second down at 6.
Zane coming around there leading the block around the edge.
It says Zane is from Fayette.
Yeah.
Zane Rice, not a familiar name to me for this area, but keeps it. And that's Rice with the football there as he just faked the block and came out.
Nice
and he's down inside the 35-yard line.
Nice job. A little play action fake to him and then got him out into the flat and a little misdirection there in the backfield. That was a well-designed play, well executed.
That helps his average out. He had 2 catches for 2 yards before that.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a well-designed play, well executed. That was a good job there. Doing some things here with this 2-back set. Good run there, too.
I think
good
that's
job.
Johnson.
Yeah, this 2-back set's been good for Central.
Drake Dudley comes in.
Now subbing him out. Back to more traditional.
You get a handshake or a couple of high fives for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As he should. Keep making forward progress.
Pick up a 5 on that run. Yeah. So good start to this series. Keep the sticks moving. Keeps it. Yeah. Wants to run it, but that
good tackle.
Yeah, they're not biting on that. They are staying put on that.
22 played that one well. Harlan Plummer.
He is their leading tackler.
He's
and there's
a senior.
reason why.
You know, he's seen that play a bunch in his career. Senior leading tackler. That was well played. Good open field tackle.
No gain on the play, so it's 3rd down. Enjoy watching. We've got the backup quarterback signaling in the plays on the sideline.
Yeah.
Gavin Watts.
Out of Springfield.
Yeah, I'm looking to see who the backup quarterback, who that is. 10, who's not listed on the program anywhere. Rolls, gets away from the pressure, throws the ball downfield.
Oh, that's caught. Touchdown. Nice.
Touchdown.
Split the seam. Number 3.
That's Drake Dudley.
Nice job. I thought that was nice. Nice job. That was wasn't late thrown, but he threaded that through the needle there.
Yeah,
that was
the
a
defender
well-thrown ball.
reached out to try and knock that down and was just late doing it.
Yes.
Turns it into a touchdown.
Throwing on the run. That was well done. Nice
We'll
job.
see if we've
there.
got to get you a replay on that in just a second after Simon tries the extra point. So 28-9. There's the replay right there going into the end zone.
Yeah.
Kick is on the way.
Nice job. Good job.
And he's got a big leg.
Yeah.
And it's good. So 28-10 is the score now.
That helps.
Nice spark
Good job
by the offense.
Yes, 100%. You know, they changed that up, went with that 2-back set with the tight end in there, like an H-back, fullback type position.
Lead blocker, and then they ran him out into the
Yes.
flat after he faked the block, did a little block, released, got out there, and picked up nice yardage on a catch.
Yes. Well done. Now defense needs to get a stop and get the momentum. You know, we got a long way to go. You're only down 18. You know, this game's a long way from being over, but we need some defensive stops. We need to see what their punter's like is what we need to do.
Yep, and you got to
think he's punted all day.
He hasn't.
He's probably over there with the baseball hat.
I don't even know if they list one on
He's
this.
over there with the baseball hat on, you know. So we need to get him on field, get a defensive stop, and, you know, offense has a little momentum now and let them build on that. So big series here.
Well, and the other thing that I have to stop and remember, this is Coach Brown's 4th game. He didn't have a lot of time because he was hired in June.
Yes.
So he didn't have a spring last year to work. He's had to put in his system.
Yes.
And they're responding to it.
Oh.
Attaboy, kick it around a little bit and drop it again.
Get it.
Attaboy.
Get it. Ball's down loose. I think William Penn's on it, but that was kicked around a bunch. So that's a bad field position, which will help. Well, and his staff's new. You know, they're
Absolutely.
and
a whole bunch of new players because he had to bring people in.
And it'll take them time to learn what their kids can and can't do, you know, and they'll install more offense, install more defense as the season goes, and you know, you look
dig deeper into playbook.
Sure,
when
absolutely.
you got to do some of the
absolutely
the elementary things well first before you can get to adding stuff on. If your run game is not effective, then your play action game is not going to be effective either.
But, you know, you can see, you know, the Eagles play hard and they do some good things, and they'll build on that, and they'll get there.
Handoff up the middle, room to run out to about the 19 from the 13, so about 6 or so on that.
And he'll get to, you know, recruit some kids that will fit his system and, you know, those kind of things, which will help too. So Eagles still sticking with a 4-man front. Trying to bring some pressure off the edge.
Still got 30 on the play clock, so they can milk it as much as they want to and make this a much shorter game.
Yeah.
11:23 to go. Pressure, flushed.
Good job.
Good
job.
Yeah.
Good job up front.
They won't call it because the ball got to the line of scrimmage.
Got to the line of scrimmage. Won't be grounding, but that's 3rd and short. Long explanation for incomplete pass.
Yeah, I bring this up every broadcast when we have something from the official. Had a call here last year in a ball game where they threw a flag, and then the referee came on and said there is no foul for holding. The holding happened after the play was passed there, so it's not a hold, so no penalty.
You know. So if you're not involved, point of play, then just hold away.
Well, it was sort of like the runner was about 2 yards past where the holding was. But
doesn't matter.
And I like the holding happened, but it's not a holding because it didn't.
Ooh, slant route.
Yep, got it again, and that's Mosley again, I believe.
Good receiver. That was a well-thrown ball, too. That was a good catch. A little combination route, the scissor route, where he's a slot receiver running a slant, and the inside receiver runs an out, and you got to have a lot of communication there in the defensive backfield. You're either, if you're in man coverage, you got to follow it. If you're zoned, you got to switch it, and just a lot of communication's got to happen.
He's a deep threat at times, as he's got 2 touchdowns, and he's also a possession receiver that he'll catch the short pass and get the first down.
He's good.
Ramsey fakes the pitch,
sweep again,
and he's up the middle, and he's running free, and he's tackled. Nice tackle there. Tackled around the 41-yard line.
Keyshawn Wilson, shoestring tackle, probably saved a touchdown.
Probably did, because he was starting to stretch that out pretty well.
I don't need a stop. Even if you hold him to a field goal attempt here, it'd be a win.
Yep, you just scored, and you really need to get the ball back while you've got a little momentum, and William Penn knows that, so they're just going to march the ball down the field as best they can, eat some clock, score if they can. If not, use up a bunch of time before this is over.
That 40-second play clock really lets you eat some time up.
It does, especially if you're going to get to the line of scrimmage immediately.
Good job up front, number 50.
That's going to be incomplete as it's caught out of bounds.
Marcus Washington out of Ida Bania, Mississippi. He's getting pressure up inside. Good job by him. And getting that quarterback out of the pocket. And
pass was intended for Amir Everett, but he caught it and came down. He caught it out of bounds. Officials telling the running back to pull his sock up.
I don't know what that's all about.
I don't either. Fashion police. Oh, there's
right.
That'll make it second and 15.
Good.
And it's one of those, what? We did that?
Yeah. Good. That changes some things.
Graduate student C.J. Cunningham called for that false start. Now we've got Chauncey Edwards in the backfield.
Motion across.
Throwing it deep. Looking at it this time.
Good job. And no flags. How about that? There we go. That's a good job there. Well played.
(23 and 25).
Thought we were a little late getting over there following the motion, but got caught up to him.
Keyshawn Wilson and Jarek Graves.
3rd and long. Need a stop here. Maybe 4-down territory. I don't know if they'd punt from here or not.
I don't know that they'd want to. It depends on what it is. If it's short, yeah, maybe.
Up 18, I'd probably got to get a stop here.
I would, yeah, I would think
that's first.
If I'm William Penn, I'd punt the ball if it's 4th and long and make Central drive the length of the field. Gets it. Here comes the pressure. Yep, screen coming. They've got all. They're in the middle of all of that.
51. That's our guy. That's our man right there. Niles Pokopalo Wallahu sniffed that out. Middle screen. Well done.
Going to lose another yard or two on that. Back to the 49-yard line, and it'll be 4th and a whole bunch. PA guy says 18. We'll go along with that. And we're going to get to see a punter. Let's see if we can figure out who that is. Their punter, or is there?
Yeah, they do this short snap, kind of a quick kick deal. I saw him do it on film last night.
Crawford.
Yeah.
Nope, it's number 5, one of their running backs, Simmons, and it's going to check and bounce backwards. And going to be taken down about the 17. The defense gets off the field.
Job.
Offense scored the last time they were out there. Let's see if they can continue that.
It's kind of a big series here, middle of the 3rd quarter, into the 3rd quarter. And if you go down and score again.
Yeah, 4:48 to go.
You can see Central doing some good things, offensively, defensively. Special teams have been good. They just got to build on it and get that consistency where coach wants it.
Yeah, a little bit of confidence goes a long way.
It does. Back to the 2-back set. William Penn's in a 3-man front now. Play action. That's the same play, just to the other side. Fake to him, and then we get him out into the flat. That Zane Rice. I think they found a little something with this 2-back set.
Yeah, he's a lead blocker on the run play. He's picking up blitzers, and then he leaks out of the backfield.
Yes.
Into the flat and picks up a couple nice catches. That's a pickup of enough for a first down. That's Garen Vroman, slips a tackle.
Nice job.
Still goes.
Nice job.
And I'll tell you something about Garen Vroman. He gets enough to get close for a first down. When I was here 3 weeks ago, Central threw an interception down by their goal line, and the guy's running for a touchdown, and Garen Vroman ran him down and tackled him inside the 10.
You got to love the effort.
Absolutely. Right? Everybody was trying to catch him, and here came number 2 out of nowhere, closing ground and making the tackle.
Coach Kenny would be getting him a track uniform for it's over with.
Yeah, if he can run like that, he may be on the track team. We'll ask Jay Sean. He's on the track team.
I snuffed that one out.
Yeah.
Got beat up front there.
Garen does better when it's tackle outward than guard inside.
Lost a couple. Going to be 3rd and 4. Zane subbing out. Central going more traditional 4 receivers. William Penn kind of backed off. I think he maybe just run a little stick route, get to the first down marker and hook up.
Looking. Knocked down. Receiver didn't come back to get the ball, just kind of kept going his general direction.
Yeah, punt team's coming on.
Intended for Abshire.
I think that's where he just tried to get that short throw in, get that first down, move the chains.
Yeah, be happy with what you can get.
Not bite off more than you can chew. But, those are things they'll learn. They'll get ironed out.
If he had caught that, we would talk about what a good play that was.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely.
Workman to punt again.
Darius King back deep for William Penn. Uh-oh.
Nice
Good
athletic
catch.
play, but he's going to have to run with it.
We got a little something going.
Oh, he slid right after the mark, depending on where they're going to mark it. He's going to be close.
Far side guys pointing first down.
Got to like that.
First of all, that was great hands catching the snap. Can't say punters aren't athletes, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I can't say that he's the thicker kicker. He had a vertical.
Yeah, he one-handed that snap over his head. That was well done.
They're saying it's a first down, even though where he was standing didn't look like it was a first down.
Yeah. I think he could have debated, too. There a guy hitting him there late when he slid. But, anyways, we'll take the first down, moving the chains any way we can get it.
Keep the ball, keep it moving, keep the line moving. Roman pushes the pile forward.
Gain, 5 yards.
Roman is a sophomore from here in Fayette.
Big kid. Muscular.
Dave Brown's the head coach. Tevin Lakes, defensive coordinator. Keith Willis Auger is the special teams wide receivers coach. Mark Konopka, offensive line coach. Lee Tenahoff, defensive line coach. And Sean Simmons, graduate assistant. And it says afterwards, all in their first season. That's pretty obvious.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what it
nice
is.
job. Wide
That's
open.
Abshire. He's got enough for a first down across midfield.
Well done. Good protection up front. Quarterback had time to throw. Cambridge made a good throw there. Good catch.
Abshire, a freshman out of Cape Fair, Missouri. Know where that is?
Nope.
Me either.
So I'm
going to guess somewhere north, but I don't know that.
I'd have to Google map it. I don't know.
But a freshman makes a play, contributes, gets some more playing time now based off of that. Roman tries to go one way, stopped, held up, and tackled for a loss. The down marker is not moving real quickly. moves, and now it's 2nd down and 7. Brett is Googling Cape Fear.
It's down south.
All right.
South Central Missouri. Just north of Branson. Can honestly say I've never been there.
2nd and 17.
Open deep.
Across the middle, behind him.
Yeah, just a little bit behind him.
That's Abshire getting some confidence from his quarterback to throw it to him.
Made the right read, a little bit behind him.
3rd down and 17. If they can pick up a chunk of this, and if they don't get the 1st down, I wouldn't be surprised to go because you're down so many scores, you're not going to get it back too many more times.
Start counting possessions. You got 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So you're not going to have a overabundance of possessions here. So I think you do have to start
it's an incomplete pass, so it's this play will end it, barring a defensive penalty or a touchdown. Then you get to kick the extra point before you switch ends. Lobbing it out, but
almost
not completed. Ended up was for
wide.
Quinn Whitley.
A little bit wide. End of the quarter.
So now you can talk about 4th down and 17 if you want to. I don't know that there's much talk that you can actually have.
No, I don't think so. Not on 4th and 17 and ball's on the wrong side of midfield. You know, I think you just punt here. You just got to stop on defense and, punt it and get another stop and go from there.
You've played hard. You've worked hard. You've battled back into this ball game
you don't want to give them short field,
At 28-10.
Yeah. Because you're still in it.
28-10, you feel a lot better than if you give it back to them and you're down 35-10.
Correct. 100% right.
So you got to get ready because you got Grandview next week at Grandview.
Yeah.
And they're the number 2 team in the nation.
Yeah. Good thing about games like that, there won't be any pressure on the Eagles. They can go up there and play and not, worry about any of that and just see, kind of lay it all out there and see what happens. You never know.
Well, and that was our opener last year. Yeah. It was like 50-0.
That's the game I worked last year. Yeah,
it's tough to do that ball game when there's not much going on positive.
You just go up and play hard and lay it all out, leave it all out there on the field and see what happens and go from there. And they'll take things from today and build on it. And they'll add and they'll improve and they'll play better next week. And they'll play better the week after that. So that's what it's all about.
Just saw a run out on the field, was looking to see 45 for the Eagles, Frank Gallios on the field, and he is from Maui. So my story about what brought you here from the beaches of Hawaii to the beaches of Fayette may pertain to him as well.
Yes, right. The Midwest coast. Punt formation.
Workman, better snap this time. Gets it away.
Good punt.
Nice punt. Fair catch call for and taken at the 25-yard line.
Well done. Need another defensive stop. Got a little momentum going defensively and start putting stops together.
And I'm watching Eric Trells on the sidelines. He's getting his money's worth for Coach of the Day.
Yeah.
He's got a headset on.
Yeah.
He's talking about it. He's walking the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking at his sheet.
Yeah.
He's coaching the players up. Eric holds a record here. He holds a national record that'll never be broken. He was part of a 99-yard touchdown pass.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Stein 99-yard touchdown pass.
That will stand.
It will never be broken against Culver Stockton.
Yeah.
Inside handoff. When Eric was here last year doing the game, they dug up about 15 minutes of Eric Trell's highlights.
Yeah.
And we watched him, and he talked about him. He goes, you notice every time I turn around, the ball's exactly where I can catch it. That's Tom Stein throwing the football to me.
Exactly.
He threw an easy pass.
Yep.
He just turned around, and it was nice and soft.
Makes life easy, doesn't it?
Yep. First down run by Simmons. Because I said at some point in time, I don't see you breaking tackles. He goes, didn't have to. Tom led me away from everybody that was trying to tackle me.
Right. Makes him look good. They're going fast now.
They are. They don't like it's 28-10.
They're in NASCAR mode.
I think one of the cheerleaders just launched a
almost came in the window.
Eddie the Eagle is launching stuff from down on the track. It almost made it into our window.
Oh, yeah. Fake.
Double move down the sideline, caught, and down inside the 15.
They've been setting that up for a little while, running some shorter routes.
And we got a player for Central without a helmet. If that's Keyshawn Wilson again, this would be the second time his helmet has come off. And it is. So he has to come off the field for a play and be replaced.
Press coverage up on the top. William Penn running stacked doubles. They put their inside receivers out right behind the outside receivers on line of scrimmage. Try to get you spread out there with the linebackers, and then
they didn't run the ball inside where they have numbers.
Yeah, that's just the alignment deal.
I haven't checked lately. Central had 2 players who were in pro football camps the last couple of years.
Late getting subbed in. He's short, 1 yard line.
Yeah. But it's probably enough for a first down to make it first and goal. Will Miles was on the Arizona Cardinals roster for a while through preseason, not this year but last year. And Marquez Daniels was playing in the Canadian Football League.
Okay.
And he was a linebacker, 6'5" linebacker.
Yeah, wow.
Who could run.
He'll get a look.
Yeah, he was pretty athletic. Yeah. Another one of those you knew who was making a tackle when they stood up.
Sure.
Miles was 6'8", Marquez was 6'5".
Well, Sedalia had a kid make the Saints team as a kicker.
Yes,
Groupie.
they did. That's
kind of exciting. That's
place kicker.
Area kid.
First and goal from the 1. Yes. So a local making it. He beat out Will Lutz, who they then traded to Denver.
Yeah.
And he's under the gun out there.
Yeah, all-pro kicker with the Saints. So good for Groupie.
Saw Brett Groupie do a lot of kicking in high school.
Yes.
He and his brother, now his brother's kicking for UCM.
UCM, yeah, Mules.
He's went there on a baseball scholarship, and he's their kicker now. Run up the middle, tackled.
Up front.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Pushes him from the 1 back to the 2, maybe the 3-yard line.
Our buddy Niles, he's doing a good job. That's 3 or 4 times he's had penetration up inside. It just makes a big difference. It lost a yard there.
Yeah, he came into the ball game, let's see, with 7 tackles, and he's had 3 or 4 that we know of.
Yes.
In this ball game. And it's good when you see your defensive linemen making tackles.
Yes.
They're not just taking up the offensive linemen and letting the linebackers make the play. They're making them themselves sometimes. Wide receivers top and bottom. Simmons again.
Nice job.
And the offense can't push the pile into the end zone.
3rd and short now.
How big would this be for the Eagle defense if they could hold them out here and force them to go 4th down from first and goal from the 1? And they've been running the ball effectively the whole ball game, and not now. That's still Simmons behind Ramsey.
Left.
Ramsey's going to fake it, bootleg it.
Hustle. Get there.
He's not going to make it.
Nice pursuit. And that was well done. You see the DN outside backer out there stayed home, played their assignment, didn't suck down on the run fake. Nice job.
I think that was LaMarcus Washington involved with that. Now it's 4th down. And it's back out close to the 5.
Field goal here would make it a 3-touchdown game.
They're gonna have off. They're gonna go. They've got confidence in their offense.
Yep.
They've had 3 cracks at it so far and haven't gotten it there. So what are they going to show? Misdirection or?
They're bunch set. I think they threw out of this once before. Other times they've run to the bunch set side up there. So toss sweep to that side.
And the defense meets him, made him cut back in. The outside guy with his contain made him cut back in, and the defense was there waiting.
Good job.
So 4 shots at it from starting at the 1 yard line, and they turn it over.
Well done. Good job, defense. You see, those are things you build on as a team. You know, you take those and you look at what you did well there and you build on that. So.
Well, Coach Brown's got to find the right combination of players for each situation, so he now knows what a goal line defense looks like for his bunch.
Yep.
So the Eagles will take over 4-yard line. Not going to see Cambridge get under center. He's going to stay in the pistol no matter what. He's going to throw it from the pistol.
Ooh.
Got a receiver,
Tight
almost
window
picked.
Throw there. Nice job.
I talk about Eric Trails and his 99-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
I was here. I watched that thing.
Nice.
They came. This is 1979. They came out 5 wide
from
their end zone.
Yeah, you didn't see that back then. Quinn Whitley had that catch. That was tight window throw, tight window catch. That was well done.
Yeah, and Eric told me last year that it was one-on-one coverage, and he was probably the 4th of the 5 options on the play. And there's that tight end, Rice, again, and he's picking up another 10-plus yards.
Yes, I like it.
I wish that they would put what his height and weight is, because they don't list it anywhere on the program unless he's on as the backup tight end, which he's not.
No.
But he's a load.
Yes, he is.
Handoff.
Yeah, there's penetration up front, number 5 there.
That's Cole. He's not going to get anywhere. Cam Cole with the carry. Dudley. And Allen check in wide receiver wise.
Yeah, that was Kyrie Lewis, D lineman.
Edwards also in there.
8 Mile, Alabama.
8 Mile, Alabama.
Yep. Disrupted that run play there.
2nd and 15.
And
they don't see him coming, and he fumbles the ball, and it's picked up. You got a sack, a fumble, and a recovery all by the same guy. 21.
Yes.
21 is Aldo Delgado from Kansas City, Mo.
Yeah, that was miscommunication on pass blocking. He came free off the edge. Nobody even blocked him.
It came from the left side. You'd think the quarterback would be able to sense that there's somebody bearing down on him, but no.
Yep.
Strip. It's a sack, a fumble caused, a recovery, and a pick 6. Scoop and 6.
Yes.
So 34.
Hoping they'd rule him down before the fumble came out.
Was wishful thinking.
Yes. Kick is up and good. Makes it 35-10 with 9 minutes left.
My daughter, who lives in Fayette and has a son who graduated from high school in Fayette last year, says that Zane Rice was a lineman last year in high school.
All right.
Small school, that's not surprising, but it is surprising he's got pretty good hands.
Yeah, he does. He does a good job lead blocking, and, I think that's something, obviously, the coaches will see the success with that. And, they can add to that formation, add some other plays, and, William Penn will adjust to that, and Grandview will be ready for it next week, so you'll have to have some change-ups off of it, but that's something they can build on.
Well, it's another play in their playbook that's been effective, and now they can put that one in the playbook and then come up with a variation off of that.
For sure.
Addison Abshire caught a couple of passes. He's going to get a shot at returning a kickoff. He's back deep.
Yeah, they're running a few different kids out there getting looks. Kicker hadn't kicked it in the end zone, so you're going to get a shot at it.
Olivas. Approaches. Cole, I believe, with it.
Good job. All right.
And you can see Cole was trying to figure out if that's who it is. We'll tell you in just a second.
Nope. Christian Bryce, number
Bryce.
20.
So he was back in the last time.
Yep.
You could see he was looking. He took a gander at the up man to see if he was going to get involved in the play or not, and then he had to accelerate a little bit to catch it in the air and go.
I bet they have that worked out. I bet the up man won't go backwards anymore.
I suspect you're correct on that. He probably has been corrected on that, as well as any other person that might be in that position from now on.
Yes.
Joe Cambridge back out. Looks in the flat. Got a man there, but not going to be much gain-wise.
Stayed home. That was well played.
Gain of 1 on the play, second down and 9.
Aldo Delgado again. Stayed home. Played his assignment. Did a good job. Made a good tackle. Gain of 1. 2-by-2 set again for Central. Motion across the trips.
Underneath, well defended, taken down, incomplete anyway. Everybody helps up. Fans don't like the fact that he was hit, tackled without the ball. Whitley, the receiver, intended receiver, tight end.
Like he might have had his right arm around him, but didn't call it. So 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9. My daughter said he's listed, that Zane Rice is listed at 5'11", 220.
There you go.
On the online roster, he's a junior. So thank you, Allison.
Trips right for Central.
Holds on to it, pulls it back out, throws into a lot of coverage,
nice
but it's
job.
caught. Nice job.
He went up high, got that. You know, he saw some receivers earlier letting the ball get to them instead of coming back for it. That was well done there.
I thought he was originally
Drake
throwing
Dudley.
it to the top of the screen
So
that
did
had
I.
about triple coverage or
Yes.
maybe quadruple coverage on him.
Yeah.
But that's a tackle by Delgado. We've said his name a lot of times in the last minute and a half of play.
Drake Dudley with the reception. That was a good catch. Hitch route. Good 6-yard gain there.
Is that Dudley again?
Nope, that's
Nope,
Allen.
that's A.J. Allen.
Yep.
He's Central version of Mosley.
Yeah. Every team needs him.
You got to have
need
somebody
that
you can go to
reliable-
to catch a pass and
Exactly.
get some yards. Throw underneath.
Well, he's making some really good catches, and ball's really well thrown through that ball down low to keep it away from the defender. Should be a first down.
So are they setting up a double move by
Should,
Allen on
yep.
the outside?
Should. Little stop and go action.
Handoff up the middle.
It's a good push up front.
Got a lot of whistles blowing, so there must be a flag somewhere.
There.
Oh, we got a helmet off. That's the problem.
That's twice for him.
Yeah, they may have to staple that thing on.
Yeah. Helmets don't stay on. They come off a lot, seems like, in football I watch. But Eagles having a good drive here. You
Gain of
keep
5.
moving, keep punch this in. Oh, yeah, good
Cambridge
read.
keeps it.
Good job. 8 came free off the edge. If he would have given him that, David Campbell came free off the edge. If he would have given that ball, it'd have been a loss. And made a good read there.
He gains 4, and I make it 3rd down and 1.
Got 2 downs to get this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, tipped it and caught it. Almost fumbled
and
it.
almost lost it out
And
of
a
bounds, and he's in
touchdown.
for a touchdown.
That play had everything.
Almost picked, juggled, caught, juggled,
Almost
touchdown.
fumbled and touchdown. Aaron Edwards, number 1, out of Orlando, Florida. Nice job. It was a good play.
See if we've got that with this cam. Do we get it with this camera over here? We'll show you a replay from a different angle. See if we can follow it maybe a little bit better in just a second. There it goes. Outside. Got it. And there he loses it there, and it goes out of bounds.
Because, see, that would have been a William Penn ball touchback if he had fumbled it out of the end zone. Extra points up and good.
So 35-17.
I'm onside kicking. I'm doing
Well,
it.
you got to practice it
You
sometime.
don't have anything to lose. You know, you're
What
down
time?
18 points with 6.5 minutes left. You know, why not? Might as well try it, see if it works.
Well, when we were sitting here during the rain, the lightning delay last night, I told Brad was a kicker here at Central. I told him that Booneville onside kicks every time, and their kickers got it down to a science. They do it every single time. It's 2 hops and a big hop, and they against the number 1 team in Class 3 Friday night, they recovered 2 of those onside kicks.
Nice. Nice.
And it's a good thing because Blair Oaks scored every time they had the ball in that game. So if they'd have had it 10 times, they'd have had 70. They only got
Blair
56.
Oaks is good. I was fortunate enough to coach with Ted LePage, Blair Oaks' head coach. I got to coach with him for 2 years at Jeff City High School. He does a tremendous job. He's got a great program going.
Yeah, he's got a lot working for him. It's a good school.
Yes, he does.
And it's like 25 feet outside the city limits of Jeff City. So if you don't want to live in Jeff City, he's got a high school for you to come to.
Absolutely.
Down at Wardsville. Probably throw a rock and hit the city limits from the sign.
Onside kick.
There it
Big
is.
hop fielded by 32.
It didn't go 10.
Damian Dover from Gore, Oklahoma with the onside kick recovery. Didn't get that late big
Didn't
hop.
get the big hop.
You want that big hop to hit right in front of him and
come up and get
pop
him in
up
the
and hit him
mask,
in the-
shin
yes,
guard, or in the
absolutely.
shoulder pads or whatever.
Yep, just had early big hop, but that's okay.
But you know what? You don't have anything to lose at
No,
this
you
point
don't.
in time.
No, not at all.
You got to work on it because you may need it somewhere down the line.
Yes. And I'm sure they have variations off that, off to the side and stuff.
6:26, the referee says. So we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Got the corners up doing press coverage at the bottom of the screen. And just a couple of yards off the top of the screen, they're daring them. They're going to chuck them and see if they can slow them up a little bit.
Press coverage lets them put more guys in the box, but he's got a flag. You're going to have holding up there on 29. O'Marion Slaw, his receiver double move, came out of his break, and O'Marion got his arm wrapped around him.
So is it going to be a holding 5-yard penalty or a 10-yard penalty, or is it going to be pass interference to 15?
I would guess it'll be defensive holding. On Mac, first down, 10 yards. Yeah, he ran a double move there, and you just see him wrap his arm around him, trying not to get beat deep. Of course, you'd take a 10-yard penalty over
a
over 50-yard touchdown. So, live, fight another day.
At the 38 now.
Press coverage again. See this left central walk that safety up in the box. And
they're going to go right at that press coverage.
Oh, good play.
Knocked down and
number 8.
No flag coming.
Nigel Vaughn, that was well done. Well done. So Central's gone man coverage. They have one free safety playing center field. He'll be reading the eyes of the quarterback and lets him put more guys in the box and help out against the run.
Well, we're going to slow them up a little bit by making sure we get the right football out there for them to throw.
Oh, yeah, got to have the right one.
2nd and 10. Fake pressure blitz. Handoff.
Counter.
Back against the grain. Going to pick up 6 yards or so. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Wantus McClinton with the tackle.
Devin Watson, defensive lineman out of St. Louis, checks into the ball game.
Man coverage again. A 5D lineman. 2 linebackers for Central, 5D lineman. Man coverage across the board.
Motion.
Linebacker out with the back.
Looks into the flat.
Nice.
Was covered up, but if he had more time, he could have found him, the same guy, but not right away.
They had good initial coverage, and that gives that D-line time to get in there. So good job all the way around. That's a big loss.
That'll make it 4th down and 12. 13. Somebody has to leave with a lost helmet.
And number 5 in their little short formation, punt formation.
Let's see if they've got 2 of those. Well, I don't think it's Kyrie Lewis, the defensive lineman, so it's Keegan Simmons, the running back.
The running back.
I've seen teams do this, and I just wonder, since they're not very far back, I would think you'd have a better chance of getting to the kick.
Yes.
Rather than 15 yards behind.
A lot of times you tighten your offensive line split. They're going for it.
Yeah, they are going to go for it, and they're throwing the ball long. And he gets in the way, and no flag comes in.
Good job, defense.
As the defender's entitled to his space on the field as well.
That's 2 or 3 stops this half. So, you're building, putting the foundation in place. I like the man coverage. I like the press coverage, and that lets them put more guys up on the line and stop that run better. So good for them. And offense can do a little something here. Just never know.
41, they can make themselves feel a whole lot better by having a nice drive here.
Sure.
Getting another score on the board.
Sure. Good.
Because barring something miraculous, the outcome's been decided.
Yeah. It's a 3-score game.
And he throws it away. Won't be grounding. He's out of the box and past the line of scrimmage. I'm on a link from Misha, the high school rules authority in Missouri, that they send stuff out. I've seen the third video they've sent out. This is the third video on what is a defenseless receiver.
Oh, yeah.
And they're showing you what it is and what it's not. So.
Yep, all that's trickling down from NFL. And that's good. Player safety and healthy should always be number one priority.
2nd down and 10 in the flat, off his hands and incomplete. Be 3rd down and 10.
Pass intended for Charles Johnson. Through his hands.
Wanted to get turned and run before he got the ball in his hands. A.J. Allen's been his favorite target, but Drake Dudley's been involved in several catches as well. Dudley's in the slot at the bottom.
I don't think you have to get all 10 yards here. You get 6 or 7. Go for it on 4th down.
He's going to have to bounce, and everything collapses
Sack.
on him.
92 and 88. Jalen Jackson and Marco Simmons combined for that sack.
Simmons is a freshman.
Yeah, he's been in there a couple times. Punt team coming on the field now, 4th and 13.
4:15 to go. Evan Workman back to punt. Armand Pledge back, standing at his own 23-yard line. Gets it away. Spiral, turns over. Back inside the 20.
Keep leverage. Good tackle. Nice job.
Hold them and hit them.
Kemen Johnson with that was good coverage. Kept his leverage, made a good one-on-one open field tackle. Well, that was great.
Linesman down here just got pummeled. 2 footballs came to him at the same time. He caught one and tried to catch the other one, was not very successful with the second one. But he wanted a football, and he got 2.
Yeah.
You've had that happen as a pitcher before, haven't you, Brad? Home plate umpire's throwing you one when somebody else is throwing you one.
And balls coming from everywhere. Usually they're hitting back at me with extreme velocity from the hitters.
I understand that. Got a new quarterback in. We'll get you his number and name in just a second.
23.
Hands off.
Is Jarris Ackland from Mountain View, Missouri.
And it looks like he handed the ball up to Odarius King, number 3. Nice as Andrews. Oh, yeah. Yep. I thought it was 3, but it was 4. Yep.
Down.
Give some new people some varsity action.
3 minutes left. Couple first downs.
Interesting number choice for the quarterback, being 23.
Need a fumble. First down.
That's Andrews. He's got enough for a first down. Move the chains. I bet the Eagles would like to replay the first quarter.
Yes.
When they were down 14-0.
Right off the get-go. Yes. But you can tell like they're feeling that, getting a feel for what they can and can't do. And I bet you see a lot more press coverage. moving forward on defense. And and they've done some good things on offense. Obviously that 2-back set, but out of their normal stuff too. They've done some good things this half. So I think they'll have good hopes moving forward. I would, coaching and do some things well and build on it.
Well, another first down for Andrews. Well, Brad, and here's the other thing I kind of think about. You and I were ready to go with a broadcast last night, and we didn't get one.
Yeah.
And we had to come back today, and it's not the same as what
Sure.
it was last night.
Yeah.
So these guys all prepped, and we're
Yes.
within 3 minutes of playing.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have to sit for
And then
3
done.
hours.
Yes.
And then they go,
And-
it's not played at all, and you got to come back the next morning.
Coaches and athletes, everybody is routine oriented. And when that routine gets disrupted, it's hard to deal with sometimes.
And being a former college student, getting up and getting down here at 8 or 8:30 this morning probably was not easy.
Right. I'm sure they had a meal and probably meetings and everything else. But, it just throws it out of your normal routine.
I think if
Minute
I can
40
see that,
left.
we're under 2 to go.
Yeah.
Looks like
Another first down about.
they're going to work on their offense but not do anything astronomical.
Yeah.
They're just handing the ball off, and there's a nice wrap-up and tackle for a short gain of a yard.
Well, Central will have their hands full next week. And
Before they come back home to play Olivet Nazarene, which I know nothing about.
I don't either. Grandview will be tough. Be up there this year. It was here last year.
Yeah, you just hope to get out of that ball game healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Be competitive and be healthy when you're done.
Yep.
Under center. Nope. Back. Snap. Handoff. And after several plays of picking up first down yardage, 2 running plays in a row that haven't netted much of anything, so it'll be third down.
No gain on the play, third down 9, ball at the 41.
Have to snap it one more time.
One more time. One more run play, and that'll be it. Coach, I appreciate you having me. It's
I
been a lot of
appreciate you
fun.
being here.
I enjoy it. And it's always good to be back on campus. And if alumni haven't been on campus lately, you ought to come back because they've done a lot of great things here, new buildings and facility upgrades, and it's a good deal.
Yeah, in another year or so, you're going to see a whole lot more. Driving into town, you're going to run across the new, the west side of the square.
Yes.
That's been gutted, torn down, and they're building up, putting up new buildings that are going to be, the bottom floor is going to be businesses, and the top floors are going to be student housing.
Yeah, that's what I heard yesterday. So
all on the square.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice. Welcome addition, I'm sure.
35-17, and a nice move here. The quarterback for William Penn is the first one online shaking everybody's hands.
Yeah.
I expect no less than that from
Sure.
William Penn. They're just a class outfit, as is almost everybody in the Heart.
Sure.
And
you like to see that.
Yeah, and everybody understands the situation.
You go out and you battle for the day. When it's over, you shake hands and move on down the road.
Yep. And if it's been a well played ball game and there wasn't a bunch of chippiness, there wasn't a bunch of noise.
None. Wasn't any talking or anything. It was
There
enjoyable.
goes President Drake is headed out the door. Saw him last night. He commented on my weight loss. I'm commenting on his weight loss.
Yeah. Good for you guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if his might have been voluntary. Mine was not.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you recovered from all that. You're back doing your thing. I'm happy for you, Coach.
I appreciate that. And don't be surprised if you get another phone call or text message or something from me wanting to know if you want to come do another game.
I'm in. You just say when. I love doing it.
I'm glad with it. The staff here is very happy with what you do. There's the final stats. We'll just tell you, nope, these are still the first half stats, I think. No?
Nope, they're second.
They're second. The 227 threw me.
Yeah.
They rushed, William Penn rushed the ball for 227 yards, threw it for 241 for a total of 468 yards of offense. For the Eagles, they ran it 28 times for 42 yards, 236 yards passing, 278 total yards. So about not quite 1.5 to 1 for the yardage and all. But, again, a good showing by the Eagles. They fell behind early. got it back to 21-17 or to 35-17 at the end. Had some offense in the second half of the ball game. Had some defense in the second half to stop them as well. So I think there's a lot of good things.
Absolutely.
And being a coach, you got good things, but you got bad things you want to talk about too. And they're going to talk about the first half.
Well, I mean, even if you win 35-17, there's going to be things you got to work on. So, the kids play hard. Coach doesn't have to worry about that. Effort's there and attitude's there, and they did some good things, and they'll build on it and get better. I look forward to seeing what they're like at the end of the season. They'll be a lot better than they are now, and they'll be better next week than they are now. So
yeah, I've been reading the schedule wrong for the future. They're at Grandview next week, then they're at Olivet Nazarene, and then on the 14th they're here versus number 21 Benedictine. So that's my bad for not being able to read. My former co-host here, Jim Ray Cluck, would tell me that that's my Southeast Missouri education not paying off. And Jim Ray, if you've been listening, I hope you're getting better and feeling better. And if you're still watching online,